Hi, chat. Good evening. Oh, I've been looking forward to this one. Hello, Ember. Hello, Iris. Hello, Cloud. Hello, Atlas. Hello, Simone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, man. It's been years of me making content for the likes of you and just getting bullied for it. And today, we're gonna fucking change who is getting bullied, alright? It's your turn now, bitch. Anyway. So, few disclaimers. That my lawyer said that I should say at the start of this stream so that I am not liable for defamation. What I'm about to do is I'm about to go into the Honkai Star Rail accounts of some of my viewers. You have submitted your accounts to this stream and consented to me showing them off and talking about them. I have written consent from all of the participants today. And what I'm gonna do is review them. By review, I do mean look at them critically. Obviously, artifact luck, or relic luck in this game, is a piece of shit. It makes sense, right? You don't always get the perfect things that you want, but what I can rate is your decisions. And that's what we're gonna be looking at today. Now, disclaimer, this is meant to be an educational resource. This is not meant to dunk on anybody. This isn't meant to bully anyone. Asterisk. We'll get to that in a minute. This is genuinely meant to be advice for the people that I'm reviewing, but also you. If I'm reviewing a character build and you have that character and you have no idea what to do with them, this is meant to be helpful for you so that you know what to do with those characters when we get to them, all right? So I think I'm just gonna leave the background music on. I don't think that I'm gonna change to Honkai Star Rail music because there isn't really any sound that we need from the game. So our first victim of the day is Iris Ophelia. Iris, I'm pretty sure that you were in chat a little bit ago. You've submitted your account, thank you so much. And Iris said that I'm not allowed to make changes to their character's builds, so I won't. And there isn't really any specific character or team composition that they want me to look at. So what I'm just gonna do is look through all the characters that you have built decently. I don't have an account, does that mean I have the best account? Of course, Token, you always have the best account. So, let's see what Iris has cooking. Okay, immediately, really like the team. Black Swan Ruan Mei is fantastic. I don't 100% know about the Fu Xuan inclusion, but considering that you do not seem to have either Luocha or Huahua, I'd say Fu Xuan is fine here. Okay. This light cone is not bad. Do not get me wrong, this light cone is a very decent choice for Fu Xuan. However, there is a free 5-star light cone that you can obtain in the simulated universe that has better stats than this one, gives Fu Xuan a regeneratable, Jesus Christ, a regenerable shield. This Increasing the all-type resistance of all allies by 11% is really good. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely one that it's kind of a hit or miss. They both protect Fushuan and your allies roughly the same amount. But at the end of the day, that 5-star light cone is not only one that you can get to S5 for free, but the base stats of it are also higher. So it's, I don't disagree with this pick. This pick is fine, especially with the other light cones that you have. There really isn't anything else that I would put on Fushuan. Landau's choice maybe, but still no. So this is good. Yeah, you have a couple weeks left before you can buy it. Awesome, good job. Your Fushuan's trace is maxed, love to see it. No Eidolons, obviously. Not gonna judge anyone for not having Eidolons. 2-piece guard, 2-piece Longevous. Thank you. Oh, you've actually built Fushuan correctly. What I've seen so many people do with Fushuan is, since Fushuan loses HP whenever anyone gets attacked because it gets redirected to her, people go for 4-piece Longevous Disciple. Because they're like, oh, when the wearer is hit or has their HP consumed by an ally or themselves, their crit rate increases by 8%. But, like, why would you want crit rate on Fushuan? Sure, her ultimate is decent, but, like, it's not gonna deal a lot of damage. Really like that you have an HP body, no crit, no speed boots either, that's great. Full on into HP. How are your defense substats? Okay, one into each there, that's not bad. What's your, 2 into effect resistance is very nice. Break effect is meh, 1 HP substat is neat. 2 into base defense, 2 into, or flat defense, and just a regular defense, plus the HP substat is good. Didn't go for quantum damage, very good, just full on into HP. 3 defense substats is also really good. Okay. The main improvement that I can see here for Fushuan, obviously you've built everything into HP. Noticeable. She has 8,000. Once you remove this light cone, you're gonna start to notice that Fushuan's defense is gonna go down quite significantly. I personally, and this is genuinely, like, this is up for debate, I haven't actually run the numbers on this, but I have personally found that investing a little bit more into defense for Fushuan is going to get her to survive more. Because here's the thing, right? You have to look at it kind of as a scale, or as a graph that flattens off over time. If you're at 8,000 HP, another 10% increase, because the way that increases work in this game, right? They increase based on your base stats. So Fushuan has 2,159 base HP. One of these relics that says plus 43% HP, it doesn't add 43% over your total value, it grabs 43% of your base HP, which in this case would be roughly 1,000, right? So each one of these pieces adds 1,000 HP. But that means that the more of those pieces that you put on, percentage-wise, the less of a boost that they give you. Like, percentage-wise, a bump from 4,000 HP to 5,000 HP, that's a 20% bump. A bump from 8,000 HP to 9,000 HP is only a 12.5% buff, right? So there comes a point where you kind of reach these crossroads of that investing into one defense piece might actually give you the same, if not more benefit than investing into another HP piece, because that defense piece, percentage-wise, is gonna have a whole bunch, percentage-wise is gonna increase your defense by a whole lot more, and it actually results in you taking less damage. Now, obviously, you do sacrifice Fu Xuan's damage for that. While Fu Xuan's damage isn't great, her ultimate is very, very nice in places like Simulated Universe, and the damage of her ultimate scales based off of her HP. So you do lose out on some damage here. Which is why I'm saying it's really up to you. It doesn't matter as much. But it's something worth looking into if you have the time. Black Swan, obviously this is a new character that only just released, so I'm not going to judge you too much. 127 speed is really, really nice. Let me actually pull up something. I'm going to be referring to this multiple times over the next little bit. Give me a second. There you are. So, I have a little helpful image guide for you guys. And it is this right here. There. So, speed in Honkai Star Rail is really, really interesting. It is incredibly complicated how it actually works, and I do not have time to explain all of the nitty-gritty stuff, but this chart should help you. Because your speed obviously determines how quickly that character gets their next action, right? And the way that it works is each character is assigned a base action value. Your speed is then subtracted from that action value, and that's how much time there is between your character's turns. So let's say, just completely arbitrary, the base speed or the base action value is 500 for all characters. If a character has 100 speed, that 100 gets subtracted from the 500, leaving that character with a total action value of 400, which means that every 400 ticks, they get an action. And all of those are added into the turn order, and let's say there's like a bunch of enemies in there as well, they have their own speed value, and that determines how quickly you get an action. But those ticks are also important for places like Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction. That's where they matter the most, because those are cycle-based. And each cycle has a set number of ticks inside of it. And depending on your character's speed, you can sometimes get 2 or even 3 actions in the same cycle without any action advances. And this chart shows you exactly how much speed you need for each of those bumps. And this tells you exactly how much you actually need to invest into a character's speed and when it's time to stop. So like right here, this Black Swan, 127 speed is really nice. But in the first like 3 cycles, after the first 3 cycles, 127 is practically the same as 121, right? There's barely any difference. Because 127 speed puts you in the 3 actions in 2 cycles category, which means you get 2 actions in the first cycle, or you get 1 action in the first cycle, 2 actions in the second cycle, and from then forward you keep getting 1 action per cycle. So this 127 speed gives you 1 extra action, and then that's it. So in order to improve that, the only thing you can do is either bring this speed down to 121, or bump it up to 134. Because then at 134, that's when you get 2 actions in the first cycle, 1 action in the second cycle, and I think it's like 2, 2, 1, 2, something like that. I don't know the exact numbers, but at least like that is a significant bump. Because instead of getting 3 actions in 2 cycles and 5 actions over the first 4 cycles, you get 2 actions in the first cycle, and then 6 in the first 4. So that's something to think about when it comes to character speed. I'll be pulling this up momentarily just to like look at if your character speed is like too high or too low, or if you're wasting speed. I wouldn't say this Black Swan is wasting speed. 127 is still very, very nice. Let's see what light cone you have. You have Eyes of the Prey. Okay. That is probably the light cone that I would go for, especially since you really don't have many Nihility light cones. There is also the, where is it? The Herd a Store light cone. I should probably just pull up the data bank, right? There is the Herd a Store solitary healing, which does help for DOT, but I wouldn't say Black Swan wants this. It is technically a stat bump, and you can get this to S5 for free, which means that you get a 48% extra multiplier on, not multiplier, additive, onto your DOT damage. And when a target enemy suffering from DOT is defeated, you regenerate 6 extra energy, which is neat, but I would say this is much better on someone like Kafka than it is on Black Swan, because Black Swan has a passive talent that improves all of her damage based on her effect hit rate. I think it's this top one, yes. Also, hello Nocturnal, hello Cloud, hello Tihono. Sorry, I'm not saying hi much, I'm just talking really fast because we have like 8 accounts to get through today. Yeah, you want the effect hit rate up to a degree. It says 60% of effect hit rate up to a maximum damage increase of 72%. So if we whip out the calculator, that is 72 divided by 60 times 100. You need a total of 120% effect hit rate for you to get the most out of this buff. And you have 106%. Okay, that is not bad. That is not bad. 106% could be much worse. I accidentally triggered my sparkle eyes. That could be much worse. Obviously, you can still increase this to S5 if you happen to get drops for it. Now I'm unsure what the actual, it's 5% effect hit rate per. You're on level 2, so you can get 3, 4, 5. You can get 15% more. 15% more from just that light cone, which then puts you at a really, really nice 121.3%, which is, in my opinion, that's perfect. Like, no notes. That's really good. Already really high talents. Did you pre-farm for this? Damn. Right artifact sets increase effect hit rate, attack increases by an amount, 25% of effect hit rate. You've already hit the maximum buff of that because that's you hit that at 100%. Prisoner in deep confinement, obviously for DOT. Yeah, no, this Black Swan is bussin'. Like, level up the light cone, obviously, but I mean, I don't have to tell you that. I don't have to tell you to level up your things. You know that, right? This is a really, really well-built Black Swan. I think the substats are all really, really nice. 11% effect hit rate and break effect and attack on that. That's great. Those are basically the 3 stats that you want. You want attack, effect hit rate, and break effect, maybe. Break effect is kind of a optional. Would you be down to look at my Black Swan later? Nocturnal, if you are already in, if you submitted your account before this stream, then I'll take a look at it. If not, I might still take a look at it, but only if I have time left at the end of the stream, because there's currently 8 people's accounts that I have to look through. So you might be here a while. It really depends on how long it goes. But stick around, and I might have a look at your Black Swan as well. This is your first time here? That's all good. Welcome in. What you can always do is make screenshots of your Black Swan's builds, and at the end of the stream, maybe if I can ask you to send them to me, and I'll just have a quick look at it without having to actually look into your account. But yeah, on Black Swan, you don't want any crit substats, because crit doesn't matter. DOTs cannot crit, and you don't really need HSR Showcase. Yeah, that works. You don't really need crit stats on a DOT character because DOT isn't affected by crit. So that leaves the only stats that you really want as substats being attack to just increase the DOT damage, effect hit rate because that has a total damage increase for everything because of her passive talent. Speed is nice to have, and break effect to increase the amount of damage that the wind shear that weakness break applies to an enemy does, and it also slightly delays an enemy's action further, but with wind shear it doesn't really do that. The amount that an enemy's action gets delayed, most by imprisonment, so imaginary weakness break. Right after that is Frozen. Technically, Frozen is longer than Imprisonment because for Frozen, an enemy takes 2 turns to fully break out of it. But if we just take how long it takes for a character to have a turn again in which they take DOT damage, Imaginary's the longest, then Frozen, but Frozen's a lot better because that second turn in between breaking out of the freeze and recovering from weakness break, that's a very short turn. And in both of those, they take DOT damage. After that comes Entanglement, and then I think altogether come the DOT elements. So Physical, Bleed, Wind Shear for Wind, Burn for Fire, and Shock for Electric. Or Lightning, sorry. Effect resistance is always nice to have a little bit of. That never hurts. Effect hit rate, 19% on that, goddamn. Effect hit rate, a bit more effect resistance, like I said, doesn't hurt. Speed boots, that makes sense. Double attack and 14 effect hit rate, that's a really good piece. Wind damage boost, that does make sense because DOTs are affected by damage boosts, like these. So obviously that will help you quite a bit. With 4.3% effect hit rate, 17% break effect, that's good. Attack rope, yep, with break effect, with effect hit rate. You have effect hit rate substats in all of these. That's really good. I'm assuming you pre-farmed some of these relics, or you just got really lucky. This Black Swan, great. I don't really have any notes other than level up that light cone. That's really it. Ruan Mei. Now this one is one I care about a little bit more. Why does this Ruan Mei have 132% crit damage? Is there anything I'm missing? Why does this Ruan Mei have 132% crit damage? She doesn't increase anything based on crit damage. How much break effect? 200% break effect though. You have her light cone. That's really good. Yeah, I don't understand why you have that much crit damage on Ruan Mei. 4-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor is fine. There's a lot of different sets that Ruan Mei can use. This one is alright. It's not my personal choice of relics for Ruan Mei, I'll say that. My personal choice before 2.0 came out was 2-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor and 2-piece, Messenger Sealing Hackerspace, I think is the name of it. You don't have any Messenger pieces. Where is it? Yeah, Messenger Traversing Hackerspace, that's the one. My usual go-to was 2-piece of this for extra speed, and then 2-piece to increase break effect. Because Ruan Mei's break effect trace, every 10% that exceeds 120, her skill additionally increases allies' damage by 6%, up to a maximum of 36%. So the maximum break effect that you really need on Ruan Mei is 180. You already have 206. If you lose that 16%, from the 4-piece bonus, you don't actually lose much damage on her at all. Yeah, I have that over by 40% in combat. Yeah, exactly. Because in combat, her break effect then goes up even further, right? Yeah. She has 145 speed, which is really nice because you get the extra 16% break effect bonus. The Talia Kingdom of Banditry is great. I wouldn't swap that out. But there has been a new relic set released as of 2.0. It is the Watchmaker Master Dream of Machinations. Increases break effect by 16%, and when the wearer uses their ultimate on an ally, all allies' break effect increases by 30% for 2 turns. This isn't really needed in the team that you have. I wouldn't use this. I would keep your current set. I would keep 4-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor or 2-piece Thief, 2-piece Messenger. This only really works in teams that need that break effect. If you run Ruan Mei with Shui, for example, which I'm going to assume you at least have. Oh, am I blind? Did you not get Shui while wishing for Ruan Mei? Were you that unlucky? Damn, okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I wouldn't switch that out personally. I think that's fine. Wanted together, but she didn't come home. Yeah, yeah, Simone's another one. Other characters that I am just interested in to see how you've built them. Obviously, Silverwolf's Light Cone. E1 Silverwolf. Okay. That's not bad. 4-piece Genius, 2-piece Pancosmic Commercial Enterprise, that's good. 95% effect hit rate, tiny bit on the low end, could be higher. Yeah, that is a tiny bit on the low end. Oh, I didn't actually look at Gwynifen yet, hold up. I completely forgot to look at Gwynifen. Fermata, yeah, that's good enough. How many Eidolons? E4. Nice. Her E6 is definitely really, really good. It's worth going for, but also you don't really need it. 2-piece Lava Forging, 2-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor. I'd say that's decent. I think definitely the DOT set would be better on her. Cause, you know, it's the DOT set. At least the 2-piece, just for the attack increase. She's a work in progress. Gotcha. Yeah, 117 speed. Definitely want that to go up to 120. Nice low crit investment. That is good. This is going to work beautifully with Black Swan. The only things that I would say, obviously level up the Light Cone. For Gwynifen, I would say it is actually worth grabbing the Hertastore Light Cone, but obviously that takes like 8 weeks to do. So, and you're working on the Preservation one currently, so that's definitely a more long-term investment. This Light Cone is fine. My only issue is that this is the one Nihility Light Cone that I personally wouldn't use, or the one DOT Light Cone that I personally wouldn't use on Gwynifen. I don't think Fermata's the one that they sell here, right? Yeah. The interesting thing about the DOT light cones, because there's a couple. It's 18 weeks. No, it takes 8 weeks to get it, and then another 8 weeks to S5. So 16 weeks total to S5 one, but the light cone at S1 is always already really good. It works because Arcana counts as wind shear. Yeah, that I do understand. But I don't know. It wouldn't be my personal choice. It is still a more than fine light cone. You just happen to not have good night and sleep well. This is definitely the one that I would pick for Gwynifen. Because this increases all of her damage. Her skill damage, her DOT damage, her ult damage, everything. Just based on debuffs on the target. Which, in the team that you are using, you will always have 3 debuffs on the target. Because you will have Fire Kiss on it, you will have Burn on it, you will have Arcana on it. And that's not even counting Ruan Mei's Weakness Break Extension, Wind Shear, anything like that, right? Not even counting that. So you would always be at 3 stacks for that. And then the other one is not Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat. The other one's Eyes of the Prey, which increases effect hit rate, which is nice, and increases DOT. Those are the ones I personally use. Solitary Healing obviously is also really, really good for Gwynifen. Has higher base stats. But other than that, in a Black Swan team specifically, Fermata is more than fine. I wouldn't worry too much about investing into changing that. Is there any other character, Iris, since you are here, that you want me to take a look at? I'm just looking through like what you have. Don't sleep on Jingliu and Blade. You have both Jingliu and Blade. Combine that with Lynx, and then I don't know, a buffer like Tingyun or Wanmei or something like that. Hell, even Asta would be okay enough, or Pela. Pela and Jingliu is actually really nice. What Eidolon do you have Pela at? Nice. You have the E1. No, is it E4? Yeah, E4 to reduce enemies' ice resistance. Do not, Branya's also, yeah, actually, yeah, Branya is also incredibly good with Jingliu. But the reason why I'm bringing up Blade Jingliu is because Blade obviously builds up his talents stacks whenever he takes damage or whenever his HP is consumed. And the nice thing is, Jingliu, when in her transmigration state, makes the entire team take damage whenever she attacks. That counts for Blade's follow-up attack. These two synergize insanely well. And then yeah, Branya to advance Jingliu's turns and give her a lot more links you can use to apply that continuous healing to Blade. That makes Blade more likely to be attacked. Link's Clara is also a fantastic team. You have Clara's Light Cone, very, very nice. Something Irreplaceable is a great Light Cone. No Eidolons, that's fine. Right artifact set, or right relic sets. Crit damage isn't too awful. I'd say this Clara is decent. Obviously, not everything is max level here, but that's pretty good. Glorious Jingliu build. I would even say slightly too much crit rate. Under the Blue Sky is fine. The Destruction Light Cone from Simulated Universe is better. Because you don't need that 24% crit rate increase. Jingliu really doesn't need that. Hell, I would even say that a Secret Vow is probably better. But this Light Cone is fine. The Simulated Universe one is really good. A Secret Vow is probably the one that I would go for between the ones you have right now. But overall, not bad. I am noticing a significant lack of level 80 Light Cones. I understand not wanting to invest in level 80 characters, but level 80 Light Cones are a significant improvement. Like, they aren't that hard to level up. They don't actually cost a whole lot of resources, like this 5-star Light Cone that you have on Zele. It's just 10 of these. You can get that in a day. That's one day, and you have that Light Cone maxed. It is worth it. It is legitimately worth it. Trust me. The stat bump is noticeable when you level a Light Cone to level 80. Otherwise, yeah, cruising in the Stellar Sea. Very nice crit spread. God damn, 63, 126. Speed is a tiny bit on the low end, but I guess you don't have Zele's Light Cone, so it doesn't matter a whole lot. I'm assuming you have Rutilant Arena. Yes, you do. That's very good. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. Does she have any crit increasing traces? I keep forgetting. No, she doesn't. Yeah, this crit rate's too low. That crit rate needs to be 70% for Rutilant Arena to really do anything. I personally, on Zele, prefer to use, I have her Light Cone, so I'm not using it, but I personally prefer to use Inert Salsodo, because the crit rate requirement is lower, and the ultimate damage increase is still really, really nice, especially with how quickly Zele gets her ult back. But that one's kind of personal preference. Just right now, you're missing like 6% crit rate, which is super unfortunate. Do you have, like, what are your crit stats? Okay, you don't have any crit rate on these two pieces. Oh, usually user with Fushuan with the 10% crit rate increase. Gotcha. In that case, that's fine. It's just something to keep in mind. You're Japard, yep. 4-piece guard, Bellabog of the Architects. 3000 defense is pretty good. This Preservation Light Cone is really nice. Yeah, level up the Light Cone, same thing. Traces are a bit on the low side, but I'm assuming Fushuan is your usual sustain. Rather than Japard, because Japard's only level 70. Actually, all of these characters are only level 70. Overall, though, I'd say you're well on your way to doing a good job. What is your progress on current MOC? Let's have a look. Your current MOC progress, 8 out of 12, 2436. Not bad, not bad. That's all stars so far. I'm assuming you just haven't attempted the last 4 stages, because you do have all the stars in the previous 8 ones. All the stars in main memory, that's good. Pure Fiction, no stars from the last floor, missing 1 star from floor 3. I'm assuming you are very much missing AoE damage characters. Like, you have DOT, so this Pure Fiction should be pretty easy for you, the one that just came out. But outside of that, like, yeah, you definitely have a lack of AoE damagers. Actually, not really. Black Swan is decent at AoE. Blade is okay, Jing Liu is okay. Obviously there's no Argenti here. You don't really have any, like, built erudition characters, but, I mean, I don't really think you need to at the moment. You're doing more than fine. Advice for which characters to pull for? I am noticing a slight lack of healers. I don't know if you struggle a lot with healing, because you do have Fushuan, you have Bailu, you have Japard, and you have Lynx. But Bailu is meh. Lynx is really good, but is skill point neutral, or skill point negative if you actually want to use her as a healer. Skill point neutral if you only really use her ultimate for healing. Yeah, Bailu doesn't have any buff cleanse. Lynx has the team-wide buff cleanse. But, yeah. Honestly, I think a character that would benefit you greatly is Huohuo. And that is a name that I'm probably going to talk about a lot today as we look at the other accounts. Huohuo is by far, in my opinion, the best healer in the game, because she's much more than a healer. Luocha is a close second, mainly because Luocha is skill point positive. You rarely ever use his skill, unless you need to cleanse a debuff, and his ult is an enemy buff cleanse, which is really, really good. But Huohuo is not just a skill point neutral healer. She needs to use 1 skill every 2 turns, so she's neutral. She doesn't generate anything. But in a team with Ruan Mei and Fushuan, that is not that big of a deal. Even if it's like, if it's Ruan Mei and, say, Tingyun. Tingyun only needs to use 1 skill every 3 turns, so she's positive. Yeah. Huohuo is insane because she has team-wide energy regeneration, team-wide attack buffs, healing over time. Probably one of the best healers in the game. If she is a character that you enjoy and there's no other Penacony character that you're currently saving for, or in the event that they give away a free limited 5-star on the anniversary in the next patch, then Huohuo would be a great pickup for you, I think. That being said, I think we're done with this account. Thank you, Iris, for lending your account for me to look at. And we're gonna move on to the next one. Oh, I'm reviewing accounts from every server's, Ali. The thing is, all of these people submitted their account a couple days ago. I might look at some people's accounts at the very end of the stream. I might do like a rapid fire for some people. but it depends on how long these take. We still have quite a few to go through. Let's see. Who is our next victim? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one. So this person plays on Europe servers. There we go. I am allowed to make changes to the character's builds. And there's 2 specific teams that I need to look at. So, our next victim is... Why has everyone left me in this spot? Go fuck yourself. Iris did the same thing too. Iris was also standing in this spot. God damn it. The next person is Ember. Fuck. This is bullying. Okay. I teleported back to the fucking parlor car because I didn't want to be here. Okay, so Ember said 2 teams that I want you to look at. One is Zele Hypercarry, the other is Kafka. I'm assuming for Zele Hypercarry, you would mean Huahua, Zele, Fushuan, and... Do you use Bronya with Zele? Is that who you use? New viewer here, how can I join the account review? We currently have a lot of people in the queue already. Queue is closed for the time being. But if you stick around, I might do you guys at the very end, alright? Fushuan, Silverwolf, Bronya, Zele. Got you. So no haha. Got it. Okay, but we're looking at Kafka first. I'm assuming you just want me to look at the full Kafka team. A great team, by the way. Huahua, Ranmei, Black Swan, Kafka. In my opinion, this is the DOT team. This is it. This is the #1 DOT team. There isn't a better one. This is it. Maybe in the next patch, Gallagher, who is a break effect related character, might do you a little bit better than Huahua, but I don't think so personally. So let's have a look. You have patience is all you need. That's very, very nice. E1 as well. E1 is great because that increases all DOT, so that turns Kafka into a debuffer as well. Great Kafka build from the looks of it. Your traces, not all maxed, but that's fine. Like, this just increases the damage of the follow-up attack. It doesn't increase the actual damage of the shock. You don't really need to level that up. I'd say that's a waste of resources, personally. Your relics, prisoner in deep confinement, very good. Will Gallagher apply permanent buff cleanse? I don't think so. Yeah, exactly. Filament frontline. Okay. Yeah, I guess with patience is all you need. That is that optimal? I think that's optimal. Hold up. What's Kafka's base speed at? Kafka's base speed is exactly 100. 4.8 times 3 is 13.6, 14.2. So she'll get an extra 14 speed points. So you get over 140. So you don't quite get the 160 for the 18%. But I mean, the attack buff, the extra 12% attack buff is definitely the best choice here. Absolutely. Because your other options would be like IPC Mega HQ, maybe. What's your effect hit rate like? 62%, that'd be decent. Oh, right, plus 10 from Ranmei. So wait, you do get the... No, you don't get the 160. You're absolutely going for better subs. Yeah, if you can get that 160 speed on Kafka after having 3 stacks of that speed buff, that's great. Fantastic. Yeah, Traces, like I said, doesn't really need much work. Huahua Messenger, right, so you can get there. It just takes a little bit of setup to get there, but you can get there. That's awesome. Double attack and effect hit rate, very, very good. Effect hit rate, effect resistance isn't awful. Speed is very nice, effect resistance is okay. Speed boots, obviously, effect hit rate and break effect and attack, that's very good. Lightning damage boost makes sense. Speed, crit rate, effect resistance is good. And an attack rope with effect hit rate, effect resistance, and speed. Damn, that Kafka has decent fucking effect resistance, doesn't she? Yeah, 39%, that's not bad. That crit damage substat is haunting you. Yeah, there was one that had like a really high crit damage substat, isn't it? Yeah, 18%. Yeah, you can definitely find a better piece than that, absolutely. Overall, this Kafka's great. What about Black Swan? Using Eyes of the Prey, very good. That is definitely the light cone I'd pick for her. Then traces are already up to 8, which is good. Obviously, I'm assuming you're gonna go for the full 10. Yep, Pan Cosmic Commercial, definitely the pick. Prisoner in Deep Confinement is good. 120% effect hit rate, so you've hit the cap. You don't need any additional effect hit rate from this point forward. It would not be worth it. You're just above it, which is fine. Obviously, have the wind damage boost. That's good. What was Black Swan's speed at? 104 is a little on the low end. I definitely would try. I'm assuming that isn't speed. You don't have speed boots. No, you have attack boots. Is that because of a lack of additional speed boots? By the looks of it, yes. Yeah, so definitely lack of speed boots. That's fine. I would definitely go for speed over attack there. That is, I think that's a given. You're trying to out-slow? You're trying to make Swan slower? Why? I mean, I guess slow Black Swan would be okay. Yeah, you already stack Arcana with Kafka. Yeah, still, but your Arcana stacks would be higher if your Black Swan at higher speed. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that's personal preference. I don't personally know the numbers on that, so you'd have to test that out. Hello, Harvey. Let's see, your Ruan Mei. Talents are good. Obviously, best light cone on her if you don't have her signature one. S1 is a little on the low end, but do you hit the break effect threshold? 174. Okay. I think her break effect threshold was 180, right? Yeah, so you're almost there, which isn't bad. 109 speed, so you're running slow Ruan Mei. You're running defense boost. That slow Ruan Mei, I need to say, is perfectly viable. It just means less skill point generation. Ruan Mei's increased speed, there's only 2 things that you get out of Ruan Mei having higher speed. The first is that you get her ultimate faster, which means that you can apply the weakness break extension effect more, and you get the resistance penalty more often. So yeah, there's only 2 reasons why you would go for fast Ruan Mei. Slow Ruan Mei, on the other hand, means that you don't have to use skill points as often to keep her buff up. So there's benefits to both. I personally like high speed more often because it means you generate skill points faster for your other characters. You get more damage out of her with attack boots unless you can hit 165, which is why I'm running attack boots. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't really know the numbers on Black Swan. She only just came out, so that, I'll take that. Yeah, she's the 3rd skill point per turn. Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, she also regenerates them faster. If you run her with fast speed boots, right? She regenerates 2/3 of a skill point per turn. So you can look at it both ways. Energy regen, I'm assuming you have an energy regen rope as well. Yep, very good. That means that I think this is on a 3-turn rotation then, which is good. Yeah, HP, defense, attack, HP, everything with break effect substats. Her break effect could be slightly higher, like you want to try and get up to that 180, but outside of that, this Ruan Mei, I don't really have any notes. This is fine. Hua. Best healer in the game. 115 speed is okay. You have Bailu's light cone on her. That's pretty good. because that just increases allies' damage slightly. Yeah, not leveling her skill to 10, understandable. Doesn't give you that big of a benefit, just slightly increased healing. Does it increase the attack buff as well? It does increase the... oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't increase the attack buff. The attack buff is the talent. Right? Where does her attack buff come from? Is it just her ult? I could have sworn there wasn't, oh wait, is that her fucking signature light cone that gives the attack buff on skill? Attack buff is ult, that's her signature light cone that gives the attack buff from healing a character. It's not, no, it's, or it's an Eidolon. No, it is her light cone. Then I'm mistaken, my bad. In terms of relics though, Penacony Land of Dreams. That is very, very nice in the Black Swan team. Eidolon is 50% damage, E6, yeah. Penacony Land of Dreams and Black Swan team is really, really nice. I like that choice. Increased speed. Can in the very end you review my run? Maybe. Depends on how much time we have left. I'm only on my second account at the moment, so we have quite a few to go. Messenger traversing hackerspace, absolutely what I would pick on Huahua. Because her healing is already insane. You don't really need the extra healing from the healing set. Do have outgoing healing boost, which is very nice. HP boots instead of speed boots. Don't super know how I feel about that. I guess it increases her healing slightly, so it is fine. Otherwise, yeah, this Huahua is fine. I don't think this Huahua needs changing. Your Kafka team, more than good enough. Then we have your Zele hypercarry team that we wanted to look at. So it was, what did you say it was? I completely have lost the message where you told me what the team was. You can switch it with the party lineups. Oh, you have them set up? Awesome. Yeah, there you go. This team. All right. Fushuan, Silver Wolf, Bronya, Zele. You have Bronya's Light Cone. Great. 131 speed is fine. Faster than Zele. But not after Zele uses her skill, because then Zele gets 25% increased speed, and that will ultimately leave her faster than Bronya. So that's fine. 209% crit damage. Very, very good. Obviously with her Light Cone, that's even better. You have E2 Bronya. E2 Bronya's great for a Zele team. I have E2 Bronya as well. It works fucking wonders. That 30% extra speed is really, really nice. The only thing at this point is it sucks that you don't have Zele's Light Cone, because Zele's Light Cone massively increases her damage when she hits 160 speed, which you can hit. But, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna shame you for not having a gotcha obtained item. Max Trace is very good. You do have Rutland Arena. You hit the 70%. Oh my god, that is sexy. I know Fushuan increases it further, but 70.1, very good. And 196 crit damage. Not too shabby. Obviously, the extra crit rate mainly comes from this. I'm assuming, I'm assuming you are running a crit damage chest piece. Yep, absolutely. Very, very good. It is almost always better to go for a crit damage piece rather than a crit rate piece if you can get enough crit rate from your substats or your Light Cone. But it is harder to build. It is easier to build a character with a crit rate body than it is with a crit damage body. Crit damage body is always going to be better, or almost always. Yep, quantum damage. This is all fine. Yeah, This is great. You can also go for frontline, but because you do hit 160 speed with Bronya's skill added to that, so you do get that 18% attack boost. I think the numbers on that are very, very similar. I think Firmament Frontline is like 1% better at most, because the nice thing is it buffs not just your skill and basic attack, but it buffs all of your damage, so it also buffs your ultimate damage. In total, I think the numbers are pretty similar on both. So yeah, that's up to you. This is fine. I wouldn't change the Zele build. I don't think it's worth like investing into unless you just happen to get better Firmament Frontline pieces. Bronya, yep, Broken Keel, Messenger. Broken Keel's very nice, and Messenger traversing Hackerspace. I'm assuming that you have the 30% effect resistance. Ooh, 24%. Does Fushuan doesn't increase effect resistance, right? No. No, she doesn't. So you don't quite have the effect resistance needed. You're changing her relics around? Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely go for that 30% effect resistance through substats. She's a work in progress right now? Gotcha. Speed 131's obviously fine. I mean, you have the 200% crit damage, right? That's typically my threshold for Bronya. You want her at 200% at the minimum, which you do, and that's very good. Energy regen, very nice. Not much to say here. Try to get that 30% effect resistance. That's kind of it. Fushuan, 7,000 HP, 2,100 defense. Okay. You do have day 1 of my new life as well. I'm assuming you do have the preservation light cone. Like I said, I personally prefer this because of the extra effect resistance, and the shield. Like, I personally prefer this light cone over day 1 of my new life, but it is a personal preference. Day 1 of my new life protects the entire team slightly better, and the Preservation Simulated Universe Light Cone protects Fushuan specifically a lot better. So it is... You literally bought it today? That makes sense. No Eidolons. Yeah, relics, nice. Thank you for building Fushuan correctly. 2-piece Longevous, 2-piece Withering Snow. That's exactly what I'd go for. Penacony Landed Dreams as well. Definitely the play for a Hyper Carry Zele team over using either Von Wach or the HP Rope, which I forgot the name of. Flee of the Ageless. That's the other one. Flee of the Ageless is nice because you get the 8% attack increase if Fushuan reaches 120 speed, which she didn't. But yeah, Penacony Land of Dreams, obviously, 10% quantum damage bonus is going to be better. Which is, yeah, no, this team is great. This is a great team. Definitely a single target team. Not something I would take into Pure Fiction, but I'm assuming you know that. Speaking of which, let's see how you're doing on that front. All-Stars in Pure Fiction, I fucking hope so, with the DOT team that you have. I was gonna say, I fucking hope you have All-Stars in this one. Nice. Fully completed the last Forgotten Hall, fully completed everything. Oh, you're missing the last 2 stars on Yushi's Wandering Words. I think that's achievable with what you have. Actually, nah, wait a minute. Yeah, no, actually, never mind. Your DOT or your AoE options are this DOT team, and that's it. Yeah, you are really lacking AoE options outside of this DOT team. Sampo as well obviously fits into there, but yeah, you are massively lacking a good AoE damage. If there is a character that I would recommend that you go for in the future, if you do like him, obviously, or if they give away a 5-star character for free in the next anniversary patch, Argenti. Argenti is insane. Serval hyper carry, maybe. You have Kafka, so I don't really see the point. Yeah, like Argenti is by far best AoE DPS in the game. It isn't close. He is fucking stupid. But yeah, so like look for better AoE options. Effect resistance on Fushuan. Maybe some speed on Huahua, maybe some speed on Ruanmei, but that's personal preference. I don't really see much else. Give a light cone to poor Lynx. Give your poor Lynx a light cone. My god. What did she do to you? He hit on a plant. He is pretty stupid. That's true. Lynx out here starving. She had Bailu's and you gave it to Huahua. That makes sense. I can respect that. You don't really have any build characters that take Lynx well. I don't see Blade. I don't see Clara. So yeah, there isn't really a point. You have a very small amount of standard banner 5-star characters. You have Bronya and you have Bailu. That's it. Yeah, you have E1 Bailu as well. Yeah, and Japard. I'm stupid. You have Japard as well. You can do 110 pool if you wanna. Oh shit. On who? On who? You also have 2 standard banner wishes apparently. Who do I do a 10 pull on? You want Black Swan's light cone? Is that what you were trying to go for? Let's just check your history, right? Oh, okay, you literally have 0 pity on this banner. How's your pity here? 21. Okay. In that case, I would just... What's Black Swan's E1 like again? That is a really good E1. That is a genuinely really good E1. Black Swan's E1 is goated, yeah. Right, should I do... I don't think you should do a pull on Imbibitor Lune. Imbibitor Lune is very hard to build into, just because of the insane skill point requirement, unless you're planning to go for Sparkle. Which I don't think you are, considering you're asking me to do a 10 pull right now. All right, E1 Black Swan it is. I'm just waiting for confirmation because I'm very careful with spending other people's wishes. Or pulls, rather. Black Swan, sure, all right. Good doink. Unfortunate. Sparkle is a masked fool, yeah, and I love her. She comes by if she wants to. Good point, good point. All right, come on, at least an Eidolon for a character you still need. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my god. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That is awful. Do you not have Gwenaifen yet? Oh, you do. I'm assuming you only got her very recently out of the event, possibly? Yeah, get absolutely light cone. Do you have her E0? Yeah. Her E1 is pretty decent. Reducing effect resistance is nice, from the event, yeah. I mean, the best ones for her is definitely your E2 and E6. But that's besides the point. I think we are done with this account, and we're moving on to the next one. We are keeping somewhat decent pace. About 30 minutes per account so far. I'm gonna try and speed up a little bit. That is Silverwolf's best in slot light cone for a bunch of stuff, so it could have been worse. True. All right, let's see who's next on the list. Who shall we do next? You know what? Yeah, let's do this one. All right. Just have to scroll up a little bit. There we go. Thanks for grabbing all my bad luck. No problem. There we go. Put that in. Okay, this person is on European servers. I am allowed to make changes to their characters' builds. And anything else? Not any specific characters they want me to look at. All right. So let's log in. Let's see where this person's left me. I swear to God, if it's Firefly Secret Base. Okay, it isn't. It's the Shenzhou. Let me guess, it's the Black Swan Nihility pod. It isn't, actually. Okay. Farming the follow-up attack domain. I see. All right, the next person is Blake. #1 Silverwolf fan. Give me a second. I need to make a change here. There we go. Fantastic. Much better. Your account's been saved. Anyway. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There can be only one. So, what the fuck? Oh, you only have 3 characters because I'm assuming you were using a, okay. So Blake, I'm definitely gonna bully a little bit more. Because here's the thing about Blake, right? Let's, they've told me about this. Let's go to the simulated universe. So, Swarm Disaster. They have not beaten difficulty 4 or 5 Swarm Disaster yet. And when it comes to Golden Gears, same thing. Difficulty 4 and 5 are unconquered. And I think that this is a skill issue. Now here's why. Because it isn't for a lack of characters. It genuinely isn't. You have Black Swan, you have Silverwolf, you have Ruan Mei, you have Jing Liu, you have Kafka, you have E4, Chingsei, fantastic, Branya, Dr. Ratio, Clara. It's not for a lack of characters. So let's look at what the problem is. Let's see if the problem is builds, or if the problem is game skill. So, there's a couple characters that I personally want to look at, because Blake said not really any specific ones, so I'm gonna look at the ones that I think could clear you these activities the easiest. And I want to start with Jing Liu. Great crit spread on Jing Liu. Definitely, once again, not the light cone I'd go for. The crit rate increase is negligible. Not like you have many other options. Yeah, this is kind of all you have destruction-wise. Oh no, wait a minute. You have, Moles welcome you as meh on Jing Liu because you never really use her basic attack. I personally go for a Secret Vow on her. Obviously, you also have the Simulated Universe Light Cone. That's definitely the best one to go for here. This isn't the one I would use. Also, level it up to level 80 U tool. I'm just gonna throw this out as a PSA for everyone. Yeah, you don't have a single level 80 light cone. Fix that. PSA for everybody. I understand if you don't want to invest the XP materials to level a character to level 80. It is somewhat negligible. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. Light cones are a different story. Light cones from 70 to 80 are still a significant improvement. It is worth it. Trust me. At least getting the Ascension is worth it. Yeah, you don't even have the... could it be worth a little label if we were looking at? You are so right. Give me a second. I'll put that up. immediately. There we go. Shrink that down. All right. I'll put it like right there, actually. Yeah, that's better. Why do people not level their light cones? What's this tomfoolery? I don't know. At the least you can do is ascend them. This doesn't take many resources. I understand if you don't want to put in the resources into the light cone XP materials. That is a resource sink. I get it. But you have zero excuse to not at least ascend them. Right? Same goes for characters. I understand if you don't want to level them to 80, but at the very least, like, you don't have any of these characters even ascended. Oh no, never mind. It's just your part. How many characters do you actually have at 80? Okay, a decent amount. Stops at Kafka. Yeah, ascend your characters, please. And your light cones. I want to start with Jingliu. Crit spread is good. Speed boots, I don't know. Speed boots is okay. Do not get me wrong. What is that? What the fuck is this doing here? Huh? Huh? What's the cowboy hat for? You want 4-piece Hunter of Glacial Forest. Batu, send almost all the characters, but don't use all of them. You just want the free presses. You couldn't farm a good hat? No, fuck off. I don't care. Well, let's have a look at that. Get this motherfucking hat off, Yanqing. Just use that, please. Like, you lose 17% crit damage, but you gain 25% back for 2 turns. With crit rate, it's a little unfortunate, but like, okay, here's the thing. There are a couple scenarios. Normally I would say stats are more important than sets when you are building a character. This is not one where I would say that's the case, especially if the loss is that insignificant. I'm not gonna swap it. I'm gonna give you time to actually farm for better ones. Wait a... Excuse me? We'll get to Dr. Ratio in a second. Okay. All right. Okay. What's the cowboy hat doing on everybody? What is this? What's your obsession with the cowboy hat? We're gonna get to that Dr. Ratio in a minute. What's the fucking wind piece doing on Qing's? Is it at least a crit piece? Okay, it's a crit damage piece. That's forgivable. I can forgive you for that one. That's fine. Okay, let's actually get to the bottom of this, right? I would not use Celestial Differentiator on Jingliu. Why not? Here's the thing. Sure, 60% crit rate increase for the first attack of battle, that's not gonna do much for you. The 16% crit damage increase is nice, do not get me wrong. But I, personally, on Jingliu, prefer Rutland Arena. Because it is a 20% damage increase of her skill. And we're gonna talk about relative increases again. Your Jingliu's crit damage is at 222%. So your crit damage with that 16% is going from 206 is going from 206 to 222. That is not even like that. That's like a 5% increase, little more than that. It's like a 6-7% total damage increase, right? Your ice damage bonus on Jingliu is 35%. Hold up, 35? Yeah. this is a 4-star piece. So your ice damage bonus is 35%, right? The damage bonus that comes from the planar ornaments. So specifically for Rutilant Arena, this 20% skill damage increase is essentially added onto that elemental damage bonus. So you would go from 35% to 55%, which is, relatively speaking, like a 60-70% damage increase. Way higher than what you'd get with Celestial Differentiator. Because this is only like I said, this is like a 5 to 10% increase. Not very significant. And the extra crit rate on the first attack of battle doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't. It's gonna maybe help you for a single turn, but even then, it's not very significant. Though I will say, your crit rate is very nice, 23%. I would say that is optimal, because if you have her traces leveled, which you do, awesome. That goes up by 50%. You hit the 70% crit rate requirement for Rutilant Arena if you decide to switch to that. Definitely, that is more than fine. I'm assuming you're rocking speed boots on this. Yep, with 11% crit damage. Not bad. Oh, the 4 break effect hurts. Oh, I'm hurting with you there. That's not even your fault, but that one hurts. The 3 defense as well. Like, it's a crit damage piece, but that's about all this piece is doing. This one's fine. This one's okay. 2 into crit damage. And, I mean, we don't talk about the hat. And then... Sorry, what was that? Give me a second. Wait. Huh? Wait, am I stupid? Hold up. Why is it not filtering? Where's, oh, here's Celestial Differentiator. I'm stupid. Okay. Okay. Yeah, please stop using break effect on Jingliu. Holy shit. That needs to be an attack rope. This does not need to be a break effect rope. I understand that the substats are decent. Oh no, the substats are actually kind of shit. Never mind. Yeah, get this out of here right now. You know what? I'm gonna check. Let's have a look. What Rutilant Arenas do you have? Fire damage boost. You have an ice damage boost one, which you have on Herta currently. I don't know if you use Herta, but that one could be good. And then here we have... All of your pieces are in use. Holy shit. Damn, okay. Well, farm Rutilant Arena. Absolutely farm that. That's probably like one of your #1 relic priorities, outside of getting this fucking cowboy hat sorted. Other than that, this Jingliu isn't actually half bad. What about your Wanmei? First thing I check is break effect. 162. Okay, that is only 18% away from optimal. E2 Memories of the Past, you made the right light cone choice. Good job. That crit damage seems oddly high. If this is a crit rate or crit damage one, I'm going to hurt someone. Thank fuck. Okay, you just have really high substats. Yeah, you just have really high crit damage substats. That's fine. Okay, yeah, this isn't a big deal. That's just unlucky substats. 135 speed, though. Very good. Bringing up the graph again. That puts you at 2 actions in the first cycle, 6 actions in the first 4 cycles, which I would say is probably optimal for Wanmei. Oh, I accidentally hit my VTuber model rather than that. Oops, I disappeared for a second. Don't mind me. Relics. 4-piece messenger. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so you have a Penacony piece and you have a Talia piece. I would say either of these are fine. If you're using her with Jingliu. If you're not using her with Jingliu, it is very obviously Talia's, Talia Kingdom of Banditry. The nice thing is, that would give you the extra 16% break effect that you need to almost get there. You're very close in that case, but you haven't actually leveled all of these up all the way, so who knows, maybe you'll snag some extra break effect somewhere. This is a 4-star piece. I could criticize that. I'm sure it's down to just unlucky pieces or not having too many. It definitely looks like you don't farm a lot. That is kind of the vibe that I am getting here, because you don't really have any spare 5-star relics lying around. So, like, I can tell you don't farm a lot. And I hate being the one to say this. You gotta farm. How much reserve Trailblaze power do you have? 35. Okay, so you are using your Trailblaze power, or you have recently used it up. I'm assuming you've used it up on building Black Swan, which we'll take a look at in a second. Other than that, this Ruanmei could be a lot worse. Oh, she still has a break effect trace here. She still has 2 of them. Oh, never mind. You're fine break effect wise. Yeah, you're fine. If you just level those up, you got it. Ruanmei is like one of the only characters that you don't need to level the light cone up to level 80 all the way, because the only benefit that you get out of it is the HP and defense. You definitely want to level Ruanmei to level 80 though, which you have done, because break damage scales off of 2 factors. It basically works the exact same as Elemental Mastery in Genshin. In both games, in Elemental Mastery impacts the elemental reaction damage in Genshin. Break effect impacts the break damage in this game. And break damage and elemental reaction damage are both affected by 2 things. One is the stat that they're tied to, so break effect and elemental mastery, and 2 is the level of the character. Characters that really need to do high weakness break damage need to be at level 80. Like, there is 0 reason for those characters to not be at level 80 because you are losing out on damage, but you have her at level 80, so I can't criticize you there. Yeah, this Ruanmei's fine. I'd say find a second banditry piece. Try to crank her speed up slightly to 145. Otherwise, if you're using her with Jingliu, find another Penacony piece. That also works. You have E1? Fuck, I forgot about that. You have E1 Ruanmei. Yeah, that's a fucking insane character. That is like one of the best supports in the game. So okay, you have that. Very good. Another character I really want to look at is Qingce. Genius Repose is fine. For a second, I thought this was Ruanmei's light cone, and I got super upset for a moment, but it isn't. So, okay. This is fine for Qingce. I don't think it'd be my personal pick. I don't know. Here's the thing. For erudition characters, there really aren't a lot of good light cone options. Like, I really hate to be the one to say it, but you know what light cone you should go for? You should spend money and grab this one. This light cone is insane on Qingce, but obviously $10 light cone. Understandable if you don't want to. Other than that, I think your light cone choice on Qingce is fine. Can't really do much more about not having a paid light cone, right? So this is fine. Trace is nice. Yeah, okay, yeah. We need to talk about these 2 pieces. Rutilant Arena, great. You absolutely don't hit the 40 or the 70% crit rate needed for it. Do you have a crit damage relic? Right, okay. 99 speed is fine. You don't have a single speed substat, I think. At least I think that would be... You have 1, okay. You don't need speed on Qingce. Actually, you don't want speed on Qingce because you want your other characters to all move before her to generate skill points for her so that she can use them. So you want her to be slow. But yeah, get that to 70% crit rate. Your relic selection of Genius of Brilliant Stars and Rutland Arena is good. Well, it's Chinksway, right? Chinksway? Is it not? Is it Chinkway? It's Chinksway, right? Anyway, yeah, we need to talk about this. Nope to both? Okay. Smile. Listen to Fushuan say it? No. Yeah. Both Q's are pronounced Qingshui. Oh, it's Qingshui. Qingshui. Right. Qingshui. Got it. Got it. My bad. My bad. Anyway, back to scolding. Yeah, I mean, I can see, look, I can clearly see that you are going to be fine. You have the right characters. How's your Silver Wolf? Sorry, this is important. This is personal. 142. I'm so proud of you. Maybe a little bit on the high side, but I'd rather it be too high than too low. 142 is great. Yeah, you've got the right pieces on her. Genius of Brilliant Stars, good. Pan Cosmic, yep. We got attack boots, not speed boots, that's fine. Effect hit rate, that's fine. Honestly, you could probably swap this out for a crit piece. You don't need to, because Silverwolf isn't really meant to be a damage dealer, but you could make it a crit rate piece. Just putting it out there. That is something you can do. You don't have to. Quantum damage boost is good. You know what? You know what? You know what? I don't disagree with this. Break effect, Silverwolf is fine. But you do definitely want to run her in a quantum team in the event that you do. But you know what? Break effect Silverwolf is not bad. I will actually accept that. I know it's probably down to just not having another attack rope of Pan Cosmic, but you know what? I'll take that. That's fine. It just increases the entanglement damage, and entanglement is the highest damaging weakness break, because when you recover from it, those if they have 5 stacks, it's insane damage depending on how high your break effect is. So yeah, I don't disagree with that, actually. That's fine. That is not bad. What's your effect hit rate? 96? Okay, that could be a lot worse. You need 120, so that's not far off. You got the right pieces on her. You don't have the 135 speed to benefit from Firmament Frontline, but I mean, it's upset. Is this wind damage? Yes. Is this attack? Yes. Attack is fine. Effect hit rate, good. Effect hit rate substats on both of these. Yeah, no, this Black Swan is actually, for a character that only released about a week ago, this is built really, really well. Level up that damn light cone. Outside of that, that Black Swan is fine. You're chilling there. Wanmei could be better, but all in all, the only thing that I'd improve is, yeah, pick a set. That's it. Get rid of the fucking cowboy hat. I would recommend going for Rutland Arena. Really, that is a set that you need to be farming because it's really, really good on a lot of your characters. Also really, really good on Qingsei, but on Qingsei you have decent pieces for them. At least you have a quantum damage, so that does help. Kafka. Let's look at Kafka. 103 speed with Fermata. That is... Oh, oops. 103 speed with Fermata is fine. You don't seem to have speed boots on a lot of your characters. You have them on Jingliu, you have one on Wanmei. And that's kind of it. Don't have them on Branya. I don't think this is speed boots. No, it isn't. Yeah, I definitely think that you could benefit from just having a massive bump in speed. on a bunch of your characters, because base speed is rough for a lot of these characters. That's probably why you might be struggling so much in places like higher difficulty Swarm Disaster, is because your characters just don't move fast enough, and your enemies move too fast, and they knock you down. I'm also seeing a significant lack of sustain units. You have Japard at level 70. You do have his Light Cone, though, which is very good. Defense of 3,500 is not bad. You do have 4-piece Knight of Poultry and Belobog of the Architects. So that's a pretty good sustain unit. This could be better, but honestly could be much worse. Definitely try to unlock this. It's not very necessary, but it unlocks that extra defense and effect resistance node, which is very worth it on Japard. Yeah, like, your sustain units are Japard and Lynx, and a level 70 Natasha. March doesn't have a Light Cone. I mean, yeah, doesn't really have one that could be used either on her. Yo, Zoe! Thank you for the membership. Welcome in, welcome in. Finally, you're no longer a freeloading moderator. Appreciate you coming out, Zoe. Thank you. Anyway, where was I? Right. Yeah, I think that oh, never mind, I want to freeload again. Cancels membership immediately. Yeah, you definitely need better sustain. I'm going out on a limb here and saying that probably the biggest reason that you cannot pass higher difficulty Swarm Disaster, higher difficulty Golden Gears, is because your characters are dying. It's not because of a lack of damage, because I think that damage-wise, you're actually doing moderately okay. Especially like Black Swan, Kafka, Ruan Mei, like these three, and then slap a healer together with them. Slap, yeah, that's kind of the problem. You don't really have a good healer. Slap Japard with them. I don't know. Black Swan, Ruan Mei, Kafka, and then Japard. Banger team, but you definitely need a better healer. Lynx is good. You have her at E1, which is very nice, because it increases outgoing healing across the board. But you definitely need better sustain units. Characters I'd recommend for you to pull for, Hua Hua. Obviously, that's the number one. But also Luocha. Luocha is really, really good. We are getting Gallagher next patch, which is a break effect focused healer. As far as I'm aware, though, in terms of healing, skill point negative. So keep that in mind. From what I know, Gallagher is a skill point negative healer. So the only skill point neutral healers in the game are Luocha, who is actually positive, not even neutral, and Hua Hua. Both of those are characters that would do you a lot of good, I reckon. Yeah, outside of that, my only other, like, big advice is, for the love of God, please farm. Like, you need to farm better relics. Obviously, it's very easy for me to say that, but I can tell that, like, almost all of your 5-star relics are in use, and you barely have any 4-star relics, which means that you're constantly, like, dumping them when you get them, or constantly, like, throwing them into the small amount of 5-star relics that you have. Yeah, you just need to, like, spend the next 2 months of this game only playing Cavern of Corrosion. That is the best way that I could save your account, is just spend all of your trail-based power on better relics. That's probably all that I can do for you. So let's, yeah, E2 Hua Hua, E2 Hua Hua is stupid. Actually fucking stupid. If you manage to get her somehow, I don't think you ever need a single healer in this game ever again. Let's see, who is next? Who shall we do next? Sure, let's do that. What does E2 Hua Hua do? E2 Hua Hua, it revives an ally if they're struck by a killing blow. They're immediately restored to, like, I think it's half HP. And it reduces the duration of Divine Provision by 1 turn. Divine Provision being the, what's the name? The debuff cleanse. It's really good. It's insane. Can only be triggered 2 times per battle, though. Power Cap Biley for the low price of 3 Huahuos? Yeah, absolutely. All right, yeah, let's do this person next. Let's see, I need to actually grab... There we go. So this person isn't here, but they've asked me to review their account anyway, and I will send them the VOD, so I won't be able to take any input, sadly, which is fine. They play on Asian servers. I'm not allowed to make any changes, and the teams that I need to look at are Team 1 is Hypercarry and Byron Lune, and Team 2 is Topaz Clara. Ooh, those are characters. Those are all characters that we haven't really seen yet today. Cool. I would sell my Bailu Clara and Branya for E2 Haha. Yeah, I don't blame you. So, 2 teams that we gotta look at. Team 1 is Hypercarry and Byron Lune. People who run Branya in Byron Lune are fucking nuts, but it really depends. Okay, you have his light cone. Yeah, that is what I thought. That's what I fucking thought. Yeah, okay, never mind. This makes sense. This suddenly makes a whole lot more sense. Normally, people who run Branya and Byron Lune scares me. It actually fucking scares me. Right, I need to change the name. We are now reviewing... Eclipse is the name, Eclipse TV. There we go. All right. People who run Branya and Byron Lune scare me. Because Branya is obviously very skill point negative. She wants to use a skill point every fucking time. Oh god, this is beautiful. Beautiful crit spread. 70.8%. I'm assuming Rutland Arena. Oh my god. Hell yeah. 2-piece Banditry, 2-piece Musketeer. Nice. I don't have much to criticize this in Byron Lune. This is awesome. Yeah. Do you have E1 Branya, perhaps? Oh, okay. Don't have E1 Branya. E1 Branya helps the Imbiber de Lune a lot because then basically every other turn you don't have to use a skill point. You just get it back. Which is obviously really helpful for Imbiber de Lune. I wonder, do you run an energy regen rope? No. Okay, you do use an attack rope. That makes sense. The reason why Branya Imbiber de Lune works really well when you have E2 Imbiber de Lune and his light cone is because his E2 essentially makes it to whenever you use his ult, instead of only getting 2 stacks of the buff that essentially counts as a substitute skill point, you get 3 of them, meaning that you don't have to use any skill points for a max power basic attack. Don't actually have him maximum traced, which is interesting. I mean, I don't have to tell you that would improve your Imbiber de Lune. In terms of the piece itself, though, really like that this is a slow Imbiber de Lune, no speed boots. Let Branya do the speed, and Imbiber de Lune can just do the damage. I'm assuming this is crit damage. Nice. Some of these substats are legitimately pretty nutty from what I saw. 2 crit rate is nice. Yeah, 2 crit damage and 2 crit rate, 1 attack. That is insanely good. 1 across the board, that's fine. 2 into defense, that's unlucky, but still 1 crit rate, 1 crit damage. and then 2 attack, 2 crit damage. Yeah, these substats are nutty on some of them. This is a very well built Imbiber Lune. And let's take the support that goes along with that, which is Bronya. 190% crit damage. I find that a little bit on the low side. That definitely can be 200. Is it an idle, or is it a trace issue? No, you have all the traces that increase crit damage. Okay, let's have a look at your relics then. Broken Keel, right. Okay. Broken Keel is definitely good. Do you have 30% effect resistance? You do, 32. Very nice, very nice. Messenger Traversing Hackerspace is obviously great. I'm assuming this is just down to bad substat luck. 2 crit damage, that's fine. Yeah, no crit damage substat on this. That's probably what does it. Crit damage here, obviously. Speed boots with a singular crit damage. Singular crit damage on the HP, and this is energy regen. This is energy regen with what? Yeah, so this is definitely just bad substat luck that this isn't at 200%. I can't criticize you for that much. Yeah, if you have other characters that need, I wouldn't give this Bronya new relics. I personally wouldn't rebuild this Bronya. But if you happen to farm either Messenger Traversing or Longevous Disciple for another character, try and have a look to see if you can get some better crit damage pieces on your Bronya, because that would help her quite a bit. Next up, Ruan Mei. You just go for the 2% watch or 2-piece Watchmaker, 2-piece Thief. Not my personal choice, because 4-piece Thief has the same break effect increase, but additionally gives you 3 energy for inflicting weakness break. So it is just like, per definition, it is just better, because it's the same effect with more, but I'm assuming this is a character that you only built recently, and these just happen to be the pieces that you had. That being said, what is your break effect? 190. Very nice, very nice. 10% over the, like, amount that I would recommend, which is 180 to get the maximum effect from this trace. Traces are fine. Level 8, level 9. You're missing 1 defense trace, but that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Broken Keel as well. Don't know if Broken Keel would normally be my pick, but if this is 30% effect resistance, no, okay. Yeah, I don't think Broken Keel would be my pick here. Unless you can get to 30% effect resistance with substats, because in that case, I actually support that. 10% increased crit damage for all your allies, that's great. You just need to hit that effect resistance threshold, because you don't need Talia Kingdom of Banditry. You don't even have a Talia piece. Yeah, you don't even have any. Because Talia Kingdom of Banditry would give her more break effect, but like I said, you've already hit the 180% threshold. You don't need extra break effect. Like, this is fine as is. You do hit the 135 speed though, which is very, very nice. I think that just puts you in the, that puts you in the 2 actions in first cycle bracket, which is very nice, because that means in the first cycle, if you don't use Ruan Mei's technique, she is skill point neutral. And you definitely want, I mean, and she would be skill point positive if you did use her technique. She'd generate 2 skill points in the first cycle. And you definitely want to generate as many skill points as possible. I'm hoping this Lynx is very high speed. 137, very good. If this could go to 142, that'd be even better. But that is quite a significant bump. That is 5 more speeds. That's 3 substat increases, which is quite difficult to get. But we'll look at Lynx in a second. Let's focus on Ruan Mei for now. Yeah, I would definitely change out Broken Keel in this case. Probably either just increase your effect resistance or change this out for Sprightly Von Walk, which you don't have any pieces of, I think. No, you don't. Either that or Fleet of the Ageless. Fleet of the Ageless is also great, but Sprightly Von Walk would increase your own character's energy regeneration by 5% more. And Ruan Mei is very interesting. If you have an energy regen rope, which you do, and you have the additional 5% from the Sprightly Von Walk relic set, that gives you just enough energy regeneration for her ult to have a 3-turn cycle, 1 skill, 2 basic attacks, generates your ult 100% of the time, even if Ruanmei doesn't get hit. Meaning that is great for basically having a 66% uptime on the ult, because the ult lasts 2 turns. You don't have any Eidolons for her, so it doesn't increase to 3 turns. I think that's what her... Oh, no, wait, never... Yeah, E6 extends the ultimate's field duration by 1 turn. Never mind, ignore that. You don't need E6 or Ruanmei. Yeah, this Ruanmei is fine. I would definitely switch this out to either Sprightly Von Walk or Fleet of the Ageless. That is up to you. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, either going for... I would go for 4-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor, personally, over the 2-piece spread that you have going on here, just to get the extra energy regeneration, especially if you end up choosing to go with Fleet of the Ageless over Sprightly Von Walk, because then that extra energy regeneration might still get you that 2 or that 3-turn rotation. But other than that, this Ruanmei build is fine. Let's have a look at Lynx next. Only 4,000 HP, which is a little on the low end. Alden, please do not mention the viewer number. Please and thank you. I have those things hidden for a very good reason. I don't want to know how many people are here, because I just want to have a good time no matter what, alright? Please don't do that. Thank you. Effect resistance is nice on Lynx. I will say that. This is not a bad light cone selection. Yeah. Post-op Conversation would probably be my go-to, but since you do only have it at S1, I would say, depending on how much effect resistance you have on your Lynx, 45%. Please tell me this is the relic set I think it is. Awesome, you're using Broken Keel. Okay, very good. Yeah, never mind. This is great. I wouldn't change that. Level up your light cone, though. It's level 70. Level it up. You do have a couple of level 80 light cones, but I definitely see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest is all level 70 or lower. Level up your light cones. It's worth it. Or at least ascend them. Ascend them up so that you get the additional stat bump from the ascension. It's worth it, trust me. Other than that, traces are very, very nice. This is an E5 Lynx. Damn, very nice. That means you can we get ratings out of 10 for the options of the accounts that we've seen? Sure. Let's say, let me quickly go back to the accounts that we did go over then. I would say that Ember's account, solid 8.5 out of 10, I would say. Like, not a lot of notes, definitely solid. Iris, same thing, I would go like 8 out of 10. Like, good account. Very good teams. Not a lot lacking, just a couple small things that you can change out. Blake... Five. And we'll see what we do for this account in a little bit. 5, not passing grade, but close. 5 out of 10. Just a little bit more and you get that 5.5, that's passing grade, and you're done. All right? Tiny bit more. 5 Blakes, that's a lot. E5 Lynx is great. You didn't have any Eidolons on these 3, right? No, or on those 2. Yeah, E5 Lynx is great, meaning that if you do have a skill point to spare, you can use this, but like, Lynx isn't going to use a skill point. You aren't going to want Lynx to use skill points for her healing. The nice thing is, though, her buff cleanses on her ult, so it doesn't need a skill point. You can just pop it whenever you need, so this is totally fine. 137 speed is very, very good. I like what you've got going here with 3 incredibly fast characters, or 3 characters above 130 speed, and then a super slow Imbiber to Lune. I mean, y'all, no, this doesn't look like rich people. This just looks like someone who saved a lot for Imbiber de Lune. They don't have Zele, they don't have Silverwolf, they don't have Luocha, they don't have Jingwan, they don't have Kafka. They skipped a lot of characters to get Imbiber de Lune. I don't think this is someone who spent a lot of money for this. This is just someone who saved for like 4 patches for one character. And that's what you get. And then, you know, a little bit of luck to that. I don't think this is a big spender, because I don't see any limited 1.0, 1.1, or 1.2 5-stars. Not a single one. Topaz is 1.4, Imbiber de Lune is 1.3. This is 1.6. Dr. Ratio is 1.6. So yeah, either they started a couple months in and spend money, or they've been here since launch and they were just saving. So yeah, fair play to them. If you like a character that much, absolutely, do what you must. So there was another team that I should take a look at though. We'll take a look at this one quickly, because this is actually one that, this has 3 characters that we haven't seen yet today. See if they have the Silverwolf Light Cone. That's a good point. I do not see it. So they were not here for 1.1. Or they just missed that event. That is a good point. Yeah, so that light cone is missing. So maybe they're a late player. I don't know. And they did spend money. Obviously, if you did spend money on your favorite character, go you. Like, I get it. Believe me, I get it. But, I saved from launch till Silverwolf? No, I didn't. That's a fucking lie. I got Zele and Jingwan. I just got really lucky. I didn't save for Silverwolf. I didn't save shit. I saved for Fu Xuan for like 2 patches. I've been saving for Sparkle for like 2 patches. Spending money in a gacha, can't believe I'm hearing this. And yeah, I have Zele's Light Cone too. I was a big, I spent all of my wishes in 1.0. I was just really lucky with Silverwolf. But we have a follow-up attack team here. Okay. I massively question the inclusion of Physical Trailblazer here. I would 100% swap that out for like Ting Yun, maybe. Yeah, I don't really agree with the Physical Trailblazer in this team. Though Lynx Clara, fantastic. Level up your Lynx to 80, please, for God's sake. It increases her healing quite significantly. It's worth it. Lynx Clara, go to team. You have to unfollow the Aeon, which is probably the best light cone that you can get on Clara at the moment. Yeah, absolutely. Because her ultimate can't deal damage, so the moles welcome you doesn't do much. Physical MC, though, if you want to use Physical MC for, like, immersion, just because it's your main character, I completely get that. Not shitting on you for that one. I just question Destruction MC in places like Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction. How do you have them built, though? Oh. Oh, yeah, no, this is definitely a temporary build, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I'm just not gonna judge the Trailblazer selection, because this seems like he's not really built that well. So I'm assuming this is either temporary and you're working on him. The crit spread is fucking great though, what the fuck? I'm assuming you've just gone for hard, straight up stats here. Because obviously the quantum damage doesn't do anything. The stats are good, don't get me wrong, and you have a decent light cone. I mean, this doesn't really work, because you don't have any DOT character in this team. So yeah, I'm not gonna judge this any further. Topaz, though, have the Hunt light cone. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is probably what I'd pick if you don't have anything better. Subscribe for More is... No, that's not the one. Swordplay is the one. Swordplay at high superimposition is actually pretty damn good on Topaz, because Topaz keeps attacking the same character, right? You have a mark on the same character and you keep using your skill on them, sending out Numby, etc., etc., etc. And this is for each time the wearer hits the same target. Numby's hits do count here, because they do count as damage from Topaz, so it's very easy to get this up to 5 stacks. At high superposition, Swordplay is probably better than cruising in the Stellar Sea? Maybe? I'll have to run the numbers on that. I don't quite know that. So, yeah, I don't 100% know about that. What about traces? Ooh, you got Future Market. Yeah, E1, what does this one do again? Yeah, increases crit damage of follow-up attacks inflicted on the target enemies by 25%. Yep. Very good. Very good. Don't have to tell you that E1 is good. What about your relics? Okay. So I'm assuming that you've gone for just putting on a crit damage piece because it is better than an onset piece. I don't think that I have to tell you that going for 4-piece Ash Blazing is definitely, obviously, the way to go. So if you get a better crit damage piece of Ash Blazing, that's obviously the way to go. But yeah, this is obviously, you're missing out on damage here, right? Inert Cell Soda, though, obviously the best pick. You have the 75, 184. Oh, that's nutty. That's beautiful. Yeah, like the substats on these are probably really fucking good, aren't they? 3 crit damage, 1 in crit rate. 2 in crit damage, 1 in crit rate. 4 in crit. Oh my god, I understand why you use this piece. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for using this piece at all. 12 out of 12 pure fiction? Nice, good job. Yeah, fuck, that is a good piece, man. Oh, this would go so hard. No, this wouldn't go very hard on Bronya, actually. It sucks that this is like a support artifact set, because if this was on an actual DPS piece, fuck, dude. Attack, 1s across the board, that's fine. 3 attack, 1 break effect, could be better. Yeah, so these are fine, but like these 3 pieces are really good, like genuinely really good. What about Clara? Let's have a look at Clara. 94 speed, slow Clara. I'm a big fan of slow Clara. Relic pieces, you have interesting. So you've opted for Guard of Withering Snow here. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with this. It's not my personal choice. I personally go for the physical set. But the nice thing is you have a skill point negative healer or skill point neutral if you use her heals a lot, or if you don't use her heals a lot. Clara wants to get hit a lot, so you want to have survival response up. So in that case, I think survival response lasts 2 turns. Yeah, lasts 2 turns. Which is why you have a fast Lynx and a slow Clara, right? So Clara doesn't need that speed. Big fan of slow Clara. I think that's actually base speed. No, base speed's 90, just +4. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, Lynx essentially needs to use 1 skill point roughly every 2 to 3 turns. So yeah, that's pretty good. But with the healing that Lynx provides, especially since you have Lynx at E5, which adds both levels to the skill and the ultimate, and increases outgoing healing and increases attack, like, and increases max HP too, don't forget that. I don't think that you need the damage resist. Especially like 4-piece Guard of Withering Snow. The thing is, right, your HP is not often going to be equal to or less than 50%. It's not. So you're not going to regenerate that 5 energy. So, yeah. Also have a defense. Yeah, this definitely needs to be physical damage boost. I guess this Clara is purely built to hit follow-up attacks on targets so that Numby gets accelerated. But yeah, no, you definitely don't need to build Clara for defense here. Yeah, you have 1800 defense on Clara. I do have crit rate, which is nice. What's Clara's spread? 58, 130. That's not bad. That could be a lot worse. Yeah, solo simulated universe build. Yeah, in that case, maybe. Yeah, no speed boots. Oh, this is a... Oh my god, this is a great piece. I like that one. Yeah, I would definitely make this, would make this a physical piece and make this an attack rope. Obviously, Inert Salsodo is the one I'd pick for the increased follow-up attack damage. 22% effect resistance is not bad. Yeah, I would definitely switch these out. All of these pieces. I would change this to the physical set as well. You'd get so much more damage out of your Clara. Okay. That is basically all the advice that I can give you. Change the pieces on your Clara. Your Topaz really wants that Ash Blazing Grant Duke piece, but I understand because this artifact piece is really fucking good. And your Lynx, yeah, not much comment. 45% effect resistance, high speed, decent HP. Outgoing healing boost is good. You got the energy regen rate, so you don't have to use her skill as often to keep your team alive. Yeah, no, this Lynx is great. No notes. I wouldn't change anything here. And then the other characters that we had, yeah, Rowan May, you have a good amount of break effect, you have the good light cone. Decide which of these that you want. I would personally, in the looking at the characters that you have, I would personally go for the 4-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor. Your Imbiber de Lune is great. Like, holy shit. Very good. Your Bronya could use a little bit better substats if you ever end up farming Messenger Traversing Hackerspace more. And I think that was it. That was all the characters that we saw in your teams. In terms of characters that I think you would benefit from, I quickly want to look at your Chingsei. Yeah, your Chingsei is not built at all. Okay. Because I was going to recommend Sparkle. But you don't have Silverwolf, you don't have Fushuan, so that becomes a bit of a harder bargain. I do think that sustain-wise, you might start struggling with two teams. Because you have Natasha with, yeah, Hey Over Here is a pretty decent light cone for her. But Natasha is very much lacking as a healer, and is very much a skill point negative one, if you want to genuinely keep your team alive. So sustain units are definitely missing here. Because like you're using Lynx in both of these teams, right? Which means that you can't use... Shut up, Simone. Okay, fuck you. You know what? You're next. So, yeah. I do think that you're definitely missing a sustain unit. At least one good one. So, I'd recommend Fushuan, Huahua, or Luocha. Luocha would be a great addition to your Imbiber de Lune team, because that is a genuinely skill point positive healer. If there is any improvement you could make to your Imbiber de Lune hyper carry, it is to switch out Lynx for Luocha when he returns. Other than that, I think these two teams are pretty damn good, and there's not that much you can do about them. I would say solid 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. And that's going to be the last one where that came from. Because, oh boy, the next one's a doozy. Oh yeah, and 10% damage from the Penacony Planner set. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Let's tackle this bitch. The time for being nice is over. Because it's fucking personal now. Because the next person that we're reviewing is Simone. And I'm not gonna be, okay, thank you for leaving me in the parlor car. I do appreciate that. Thank you for not putting me, you know, there. Anyway, so Simone said, I can make changes, Kafka, Black Swan, Luocha, Knife, and Team, as well as Imbiber de Lune. So, obviously, like I said, this is an educational resource. This is not meant to dunk on anybody. This is not meant to make anyone feel bad. That being said, this Imbiber de Lune f***ing sucks. Okay, let's start here. Okay, this Imbiber de Lune fucking sucks. Moles Welcome You is a horrible light cone option. I'm not 100% blaming you, because this light cone is worded like absolute shit. The light cone is worded, when the wearer uses basic attack, skill, or ultimate to attack enemies, the wearer gains 1 stack of Mischievous. Each stack increases the wearer's attack by 21%. The way that this actually works is as follows. You can get 3 stacks of this buff in total. You can get 1 from your basic attack, 1 from your skill, and 1 from your ultimate. This stack is permanent, but you can't do a basic attack and then do another basic attack the turn after to get your second buff. No, you need to do all 3 attacks independently. And they need to, most importantly, attack an enemy. Imbiber de Lune is physically incapable of attacking an enemy with his skill, because his skill doesn't deal any damage. So Imbiber de Lune is capped at 2 stacks of this buff, because you never use his skill to attack an enemy. This is not a good light cone to use at all on Imbiber de Lune. I would even say that Indelible Promise is probably better. But yeah, Simulated Universe Light Cone you said you were working towards. Yeah, that's going to be the one that you want on Imbiber de Lune, for sure. That is a good choice. Your crit spread on Imbiber de Lune is awful. Simone, come on now. Purple relics, and they're not even good. If these were decent pieces, I'd get it, but they're not even good. These 2 pieces are awful. There's not a single crit substat that's actually been increased. These pieces are awful. This welt piece is better. Put this welt piece on them, for fuck's sake. This still has effect hit rate and crit rate. You can switch these around. Fuck. What about this welt piece? Oh my god, this welt piece is also better. Because at least it has crit damage and attack. This is 2 attack, this is fine. But holy fucking shit. Shut up. Wastelander of Banditry Desert. Oh, you got like nothing, huh? Yeah, girl did not farm this domain. Girl farmed this domain for 2 fucking days and then just took some artifacts. Attack boots. Oh, these boots. Okay, these boots, you know, not bad. These boots are pretty good. The effect hit rate's unfortunate, but these boots are pretty good. Crit rate, body. Work with what you can get. Like I said previously, crit damage bodies are almost always better if you can get the crit rate to support it. unluckily for you, you're at 60% crit rate, even with that crit rate body, which is still not enough to get the 70% minimum requirement for Rutilant Arena. So this... Simone. What's that? What's that? Defense? Defense. It's a rope. Yeah. This makes me want to fucking use it. Holy shit. No, I'm kidding. My god. Yeah. Get a better Rutilant Arena. Get an attack rope. For the love of God. I know this relic set is decently new, so... You have attack ropes! Oh, you have fuck all resources. Okay, you're using this one now. You're using this! Look, fucking look at this! 2.5 crit, 6.4 crit damage! Yeah, you're leveling this up. I'm... You know what? I have a better idea. I never want to see this goddamn piece again. Oh no, wait, you have a shitload of... Never mind, hold up. You have a shitload of relic pieces. I didn't notice that. And there you go. There's a significantly improved Imbiber de Lune. Oh look, you're at 66% crit now. You're almost at the 70% requirement. Imaginary damage boost, that's much better. Unfortunate substats, but that's whatever. Can't really blame you for that one. Yeah, no, your Imbiber de Lune is significantly improved now. You can thank me later. Fuck. Okay. So, now that we're done with looking at Imbiber de Lune, let's go to the actual team that you wanted me to look at. Sorry, I just wanted to cherry pick one character that really fucking sucked, and then tell you to do better. So, you did not get... I forgot. Take Gwynaifen out of this team. I'm sorry. I am incredibly sorry. Take Gwynaifen out of this team. Ruan Mei needs to have this slot. I know Gwynaifen is amazing as a character. I know she is. She is absolutely fantastic. But Ruan Mei gets infinitely more done in this team. Like, sorry, she just does. I'm gonna check your Ruan Mei build in a second as well, just to see how usable it would actually be. Let's start with your Kafka. So you have Kafka's Light Cone, which is very, very nice. 126 speed, not bad either. Insanely high, why the fuck do you have that much crit damage? Okay, this can't be a crit damage, okay, thank fuck. Yeah, this can't be a crit damage body because base crit damage is 50%. Okay, thank fuck. How do you have that much crit damage? Is it just substats? Holy shit! Yeah, no, I see how you have that much crit damage now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That is, wow, that is unlucky. Yeah, this is, obviously, this is wasted crit. I don't have to tell you that. It's much better to have the substats on Kafka that you want. Attack, speed, the end. Maybe break effect. That's like the third one. Effect resistance is also decent. Effect hit rate is somewhat okay. But like, Kafka doesn't need a lot of effect hit rate, right? Because her skill has, no, wait, it's... Oh yeah, her skill doesn't apply shock, her ult applies shock. 100% base chance to apply shock. She doesn't need a lot of effect hit rate. Kafka doesn't really need break effect. Kafka doesn't really need effect hit rate. So yeah, speed and attack are like the only pieces that you want. DOT teams don't want to delay enemies, yes, but also break effect on shock, bleed, burn, and wind shear doesn't really delay enemies that much further. Those weakness breaks don't delay enemies much at all, and break effect doesn't really scale that much. How much it delays an enemy, that's much more apparent on Quantum and on Imaginary and on Ice. Break effect just increases the shock damage from it. Shock is powerful enough to out damage. Yeah, that's fair enough. Anyway, let's continue. Effect hit rate's nice. The rest of those are wasted stats. Attack is nice. Rest of those are kind of wasted stats. Speed boots, though, with attack and effect resistance. That's always fine. Lightning damage boost with attack. Rest are kind of wasted. 4-star link rope. Just out of curiosity, right? I have to check. All right, switching that around. Oh, ow. Oh, ow. Fuck. Ugh. Sorry. Your crit damage situation's gonna look worse now. I mean, hey, at least this is on a relic set that is also used by DPSs that do actually like to have crit. So, like, you can use this on another character. This is a great piece now. This is a great piece now for another character. I believe you have Zele? Yeah. Great piece on Zele. Your speed on Zele is low. What the fuck? Yeah, that's a great piece there. Anyway, Luocha's next. 112 speed is a bit on the low end. I'm assuming that means you don't have speed boots. Then again, slow Luocha in this team, I guess, is fine. No, you're definitely running into skill point issues here. That's why I'm saying, that's another reason why I say replace Gneifen with Ruan Mei, because Ruan Mei is skill point positive. Meaning that, you know, for every 2 turns that these two need, you get 2 skill points back. Meaning you can constantly use both Kafka's and Black Swan's skills. Just a thought, right? Did you get any Kafka Eidolons? No, you didn't. You do have E1 Black Swan, which we'll get to in a minute. And you did get E1 Ruan Mei as well, which, holy shit. We'll also get to that in a minute. Okay, so you're Luocha. You have Broken Keel. %17% effect resistance. Okay. Do you have the light cone that I hope you do? Yes, you do. Switch it out to this one. Level this light cone up. That is 16% increased effect resistance. Which is enough to break that 30% threshold to increase all of your allies. Actually, wait. You really don't. Never mind. You're using Luocha in a DOT team. You don't need that crit damage to go up. Still, I personally would say that this is still a better light cone for Luocha. Sure, he does heal a little bit less with it at the effect resistance that you are at. But yeah, I would still say that it's probably better than post-op conversation, especially at E1, or at S1, rather, sorry. But, I mean, if you use Luocha in any other team that does benefit from that crit damage, yeah, switch out that light cone, absolutely. Other than that, I mean, 3,000 attack is pretty decent. Musketeer of Wild Wheat, I would agree with that, personally. Level up your fucking relics. Peep the unused 3-star light cone. Yeah, that's not bad either. That's actually, yeah, that's great. You just lose a lot of the attack stat by virtue of it being a 4-star light cone. So you do have significantly less healing. No. You're cooking. That is genuinely not awful. Luocha is obviously skill point positive, and this just means he generates skill points faster. I don't think that that's terrible. Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. That is not an awful light cone to pick. Definitely try that out. All right, let's look at your Black Swan. Obviously, you have Black Swan's light cone. You have E1. Yeah, like reduced resistances, which it's the thing is, this is reduced resistances, and then there's Ruan Mei who has resistance penalty. Those are two different things, and they stack on top of each other multiplicatively. There's no diminishing returns there. So, yeah, like, that's really good. Basically, I'm saying kick Gwynaifen off the team. I'm sorry, Gwynaifen, I love you, but you're off the team. Yeah, I mean, her light cone is really good. I don't have to tell you why. 118% effect hit rate. Almost enough. You're missing out by like 2%, but obviously that means you're not missing out by a whole lot. Yeah, you're missing like a 1.5% damage increase on Black Swan. So yeah, that's kind of whatever. Outside of that though, 133 speed, I like it. Fast Black Swan is definitely an option. I've apparently though, according to the people who have built Black Swan in the chat, I haven't looked too much into her because of how new she is. Attack boots are actually better on her. This also gets you that extra effect hit rate and some defense, which is much needed. You lose a little bit of attack, but I actually reckon that this would get you more damage. So I'm gonna switch that for you. And now you have a slightly slower Black Swan. Still 115 speed though. You have a lot of speed substats. You have 13. So that's not bad. So you don't even, 115 speed would put you in the, where is it? 115 puts you just in that second bracket of 4 actions in the first 3 cycle, meaning in that third cycle you get an extra action. So this is actually the perfect amount of speed to have Black Swan at with just substats. Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. I would say keep it like this. Then Ruan Mei is one character that I did want to look at. Attack boots are only better if you can't hit 165 speed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you're not going to hit 165 speed with speed boots. Even with Ruan Mei's 10% speed increase, that's going to give you an additional 10. You're not getting there. And then still, you would need to get Firmament Frontline on Black Swan over over Pancosmic. I'm assuming this is wind damage. Yep. What's it with y'all and break effect ropes, man? What's going on here? Hold up. Fantastic. Congratulations on your Black Swan improvement. How do you miss these? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. Congratulations, I have just given your Black Swan 2 new relic pieces that are better, significantly. Oh, that's unfortunate. That does knock you out of the speed. Yeah, that knocks you out of that extra action in cycle 3. You're 1 speed boost short of that. No, wait. Ruan Mei comes in, gives you 10 extra speed, puts you at 123, which actually puts you at 3 actions in 2 cycles. So, never mind. If you use Ruan Mei in this team, you are still fine. You still get that speed boost, which is great. So nothing was lost there. It's actually better because now Black Swan is slightly slower in favor of a lot more attack, right? Okay, anyway, Ruanmei. Break effect on Ruanmei needs to be 180. You have 100, or 120 it needs to be. No, it is 180, right? Yeah, you only have 102, which is alarming. You only have this at... Okay, you only have this at S1. Remind me again why Ruanmei is good in DOT teams. So, the reason why is Ruanmei makes you break an enemy's weakness faster, first of all, which weakness break with a DOT character applies DOT. Second of all, it's the weakness break extension that does it. The weakness break extension, what it means is when a character or when an enemy is recovering from weakness break, they get bonked down one more time, and then they get back up like very shortly after. Essentially giving the enemy an extra turn to take DOT damage. On top of that, Ruanmei is really, really good in dual DPS team comps. Like, Ting Yun is a single target buffer, right? She can buff one of your units significantly, but she only buffs one of your units. In a team where you are dealing significant damage with both Black Swan and Kafka, having Ruanmei, her passives, or her skill, when her skill is up, all allies damage 32% increase across the board, right? So she essentially knocks out 2 birds with 1 stone, buffs all the characters on your team, slightly less than a character like Ting Yun would, but when that damage is split over 2 characters, you end up dealing more total damage than a character like Ting Yun would do. And obviously the extra turn from Ruanmei's weakness break extension is very, very helpful when it comes to dealing more DOT damage. Plus, Ruanmei passively increases the speed of all of your characters by up to 10%, just, you know, as a treat. Just makes them faster without having to do anything. Also increases their break effect without you having to do anything. By far the best support unit for break effect team, or for DOT teams. Also for break effect teams, obviously. I don't have to tell you why that's the case. You also have E1, which means that when the ultimate is deployed, damage dealt by all allies ignores 20% of the target's defense, which is fucking insane. Black Swan does the same thing, or reducing... Black Swan reduces resistance, right, that was it. So, your Ruanmei is at 121 speed. I can definitely tell that you have not put that much effort into building her. I definitely wouldn't go for Penacony Land of Dreams. You literally do not have a single ice character properly built. Your Yanqing is level 70, and you can't tell me that you're fucking using that guy. I know you're not. Penacony Land of Dreams on Ruanmei, useless. Like, legitimately, be useless. Don't, like, take it off. The 5% energy regen is nice, but, like, you're much better off doing that with Sprightly Von Walk. Which I don't know how much of that you have, if you have any energy regen ropes of that. You have one on... No, never mind. So you don't have any... You have one on Bronya, that makes sense. Yeah, that relic lineup is not something I stand behind. Yeah, I figured. I do like the 2-piece Messenger Traversing Hackerspace and 2-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor, though. I'm a fan of that. I can safely say that I am a fan of that. Your break effect is just on the low side. Like, this being an energy regen rope is good. This needs to be a break effect piece. This needs to be a speed piece. This being HP is fine, but obviously it's not the right set. So this is an unleveled piece. I don't have to tell you why that's bad. I'm assuming you don't have any leveled pieces of this. And then yeah, this is actually a decent piece. Bit of HP, bit of defense, 1 break effect, that's decent. Yeah, your Ruanmei just needs a lot of grinding. I think you know which relics Ruanmei needs. I do like the 2-piece, 2-piece Thief, 2-piece Messenger. Which planner set would be better in your opinion? It really depends. If you can get Ruan-Mei to 180% break effect without the use of Talia, without the use of Kingdom of Banditry. If you can get her to 180, I would actually recommend Sprightly Von Walk, especially because you have her E1. Sprightly Von Walk gives you that extra 5% energy regeneration on top of your energy regen rope that you would go for. And I've said this previously. If you have both of those, that is exactly enough to get Ruan-Mei a 3-turn rotation with her ult. Use 1 skill, use 2 basic attacks. 100% of the time, that is enough to trigger her ultimate. And her ultimate is a lot more valuable for you than it is for the average player because you have her E1. 20% defense ignore on all enemies. So you want that up as much as possible. And on top of that, Sprightly Von Walk is nice because if you reach 120 speed or higher, which you will, then your action is advanced forward at the start of battle, meaning that even if you don't use her technique, you basically get to use Ruan-Mei's skill before anyone else gets to act in your team. So all of your characters get that damage buff and no damage is lost, right? That's kind of the cool thing. So yeah, Sprightly Von Walk is definitely the set I'd recommend for Ruan-Mei. For you specifically. Otherwise, Talia is still good, don't get me wrong. But if you can get to that 180% break effect, or even like close to it, doesn't have to be perfect. If you can get to 170, I would say it's worth it to go for Sprightly. Anyway, there's only one more character that I really want to look at. I'm giving you the bombastic side eye. Okay. I'm not looking at that. I'm getting too angry. I'm getting too upset. We're not looking at that further. That's it. That's it for my Silverwolf coverage. You don't deserve... She doesn't deserve to be looked at in this state. She's better than that. Disappointment. You know what? Negative 999,999 Silverwolf fan. In the meantime as well, there you go, much better. Cool, anyway, so. All right, I think I'm done with this one. And we're gonna move on to the next one. Yeah, cool. Fantastic. Sorry, Simone. Oh, by the way, I would give your account 7 out of 10. 6.5, 7 out of 10. Somewhere in there. 6.8, 6.9. No, sorry, 6.9. Anyway. All right, let's go to another one. We have, how many more to go? How many have we done? I think we've done 5. We've done Iris, we've done Simone, we've done Blake, we've done Eclipse, and we've done Ember. So next up is another person that I don't think has made it to the stream. But that's okay. Because I'm going to be reviewing it anyways, because they submitted their account. I'm gonna get so good at the fucking puzzle piece verification thing. They play on Asian servers. I'm not allowed to make changes to their characters, and I need to look at Jingliu, Kafka, Kafka's entire team, even though Kafka does still need building. Okay. Oh no, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong person. Fuck, shit, fuck. No, go back, go back. I selected the wrong server. Shit. Log out, why not? We'll just log in again. I logged in as the wrong person. There we go. They are on American servers. They are not on Asian servers. Yes, there we go. I am allowed to make changes to their account. And they say not really any specific one to look at, but they are kind of struggling building Black Swan. They're trying to get her light cone, and they want some advice. So we're gonna have a look through that. The next person that we are looking at is someone by the name of Ria's World, and I can totally see that they're trying to build Black Swan, because this is exactly where I expect most of these people to be. So, let's have a look. I wonder what Jing Liu is doing in this team. I'm assuming that's just because this has Ice Weak enemies. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming that was for this. Do you have any teams set up? Not really. No, you don't. Okay. Okay. Well, you have Kafka, Black Swan, and Huohuo, which is already great. I would add... Yeah, Jing Liu doesn't fit in this team. I don't think I'd use Jing Liu in this team. At most, I'd use, like, Himeko. Just because, doesn't Himeko, like, burn... Yeah, Himeko burns targets. Could be decent. Yeah, I don't think you have a whole lot of characters actually built, do you? Oh, no, decent amount. You have a lot of characters at level 80. You have way too many characters at level 80. Holy shit. Okay. Well, let's start with Kafka. Actually, no, let's start with Black Swan, because you said you were kind of struggling building Black Swan at the moment. Effect hit rate, 109. Okay, that's close. That's close to the 120 that you want. Are there any effect hit rate traces you're missing? No, you already have almost everything. Damn, okay. Eyes of the Prey, definitely light cone of choice in this instance. Ooh, you have Kafka's light cone. Ooh, we'll look at Kafka in a minute. That's good. Fermata on Gunaifen I'll talk about in a second. I reckon Gunaifen could also be a decent person on this team. I'm assuming that's who you normally use, but... yeah, actually, if you're using Himeko, Gunaifen would actually just be better. Never mind, I'm assuming you normally use Gunaifen on this team. Which in your case is fine since you don't have Ruanmei. This team is gonna run into skill point issues. Skill issues, if you will. Let's look at your relics. Okay, I mean, I don't know why you're asking for much advice on your Black Swan, because this is pretty good. I'm assuming it's just a case of unfortunate main and substats. You have effect hit rate here. This one, yeah, 4 going into attack, that's very good. You have the wind damage piece with 2 going into attack, 1 into effect hit rate. That's really good. Like we said previously, on Black Swan, speed boots are typically not worth it. You are much better off going for attack boots instead. So let's see if you have any. You have 1. It's a decent one. You can definitely get better. Specifically ones that have effect hit rate as substats. But yeah, attack boots are better than speed boots on Black Swan specifically. They will end up in you dealing more DOT damage, which is good. Because Black Swan doesn't actually need to have her turn that often for the Arcana stacks to really start racking up, because they rack up with anyone, right? They rack up with Kafka as well. Ooh, okay, we're gonna take a look at those Kafka relics in a little bit, because I don't agree with that set. Yeah, this just seems like a case of some substats could be better, change this out for attack boots, and then honestly, your Black Swan's pretty golden, especially if you end up getting her Light Cone, which I think her Light Cone is 40% effect hit rate increase at S1, if I'm not mistaken. So that's even better if you end up getting that. I would say that this Black Swan is actually not bad. That's all I would honestly do. Try to go for slightly better effect hit rate substats and change those boots out. And then your Black Swan is optimal. Yeah, your Kafka. Yeah, let's take a look at that, because I have a feeling that this Kafka was built before 1.5. Because in 1.5, he obviously got the Prisoner and Deep Confinement set. This was the build that you would use on Kafka before 1.5, but absolutely Prisoner and Deep Confinement is better in basically every way. So yeah, I would definitely recommend changing that out. You do have Kafka's Light Cone, which is very, very nice. Do you have any Eidolons? You don't. Traces are level 9, that's good. Obviously, you can get them to 10, but that's kind of a personal choice if you want to invest resources into that. 4,200 attack, holy shit. I mean, yeah, I guess you have the Space Sealing Station, huh? You have both of the attack buffs from that. Double attack here with 4 substat increases. Nice effect hit rate and effect resistance. That's never bad to have. 1 attack rate increase and an effect hit rate increase. Speed boots, 3 attack, very nice. This definitely changed this out to an electro damage. It does benefit DOT damage, definitely change that out. And yeah, this rope is fine. I think Space Sealing Station is fine on Kafka. But I think considering that you have her Light Cone, you can definitely be pushing for Firmament Frontline, because you are going to get to that 135 speed. Because this Light Cone is going to give you like 13 extra speed when you're at 3 stacks of that, so that will put you over that 135 bump to get, instead of an extra 12%, get an extra, where is it? Get an extra, oh no, wait, 12%, never mind. Never mind, I'm stupid. I didn't think that, oh no, wait, yeah. Space Sealing Station is a 12% attack increase. This is a 12% damage increase. These are different things. 12% attack increase takes 12% of your base attack value, which for Kafka, in your instance, is 1,261. So 12% of that is 130, 140, roughly. So 140 extra attack over a 4,200 attack character, which in the grand scheme of things is barely an increase. Whereas the damage bonus, you don't even have a lightning damage bonus rope, or lightning damage bonus planetary ornament on your Kafka. The damage bonus essentially goes into that slot, which, I mean, even if this was at like 60% or 70%, which is what it would be at if you had a planar sphere with electro damage, it would be at about 70%. A 12% increase from 70% to 82% is, relatively speaking, a lot bigger of an increase. So, I would say definitely switch that out to Glamoth if you happen to find good pieces for it. I would say that is definitely worth farming for Kafka. You already have a very nice attack rope. So that's, it's a decent attack rope. It's not a very nice attack rope. It's okay. But you have an attack rope that is like all the way leveled up, so that saves you like half the work. Just out of curiosity, let's see if, okay, no, you don't have, you just have this one, which is an attack one. Still, I would say that that's better. I'm not going to switch these out because that's kind of up to you. But I would say that that is a worthwhile switch to make. Next, let's look at your Jingliu. Okay, I like what I'm looking at. 35% crit rate is maybe a little bit on the high side. Because Jingliu does get 50% extra crit rate from her traces, so that puts you up to 85%, right? Which is really high. Like, that's really, really high. You could tone that down and maybe get a little bit more crit damage. I'm assuming this is just because of substats. I'm assuming you just have a lot of crit rate in your substats. Yeah, this piece is the main one that does it. It's the 12.9% here. I wouldn't say that's worth changing. I wouldn't say that's worth putting resources in to improve, because the improvement is not going to be super significant, and it's only going to be significant if you find a piece that still has a little bit of crit rate, but not too much. Or no. Actually, you could get rid of that entire 12% and still be above the 20% that you need Jingliu to be at. So, like, if you have a headpiece of the hunter set that has crit damage instead of crit rate, which you don't, I don't think this is worth farming for. So don't worry about that. You can keep that the way that it is. Very nice hands. And effect resistance and speed and crit damage. Speed and attack on this as well is not bad. Oh my god. Oh, those boots are nutty. Fuck. Oh, the two into defense hurts. But even just like base substats, very nice. Very nice boots. I wouldn't change these out. Wait, so you're hitting 120 speed? You're hitting 121 speed on Jingliu without speed boots? Yeah, it's 25 in speed substats. Holy shit. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, that's insane. What is it with... We need to talk. We need to talk, okay? We need to fucking talk. What is it with people putting break effect ropes on characters that absolutely don't need it? Oh my god, okay. There's an attack rope right there. There is an attack rope right there. You have one with 8 speed and crit rate and attack. I'm switching that. I'm sorry. Like, this is 25% oh, wait. I didn't look at the substats. Still, that 25% crit damage and that slight attack boost, I understand it's a hard sacrifice to make, but this is, in total, this is going to net you more damage. Because that is going to be 25% crit it does drop her below 200% crit damage. You know what? I'm gonna leave that up to you. I understand it's hard to part ways with substats like that. That is an insane piece. You know what? I understand that one. I'm not gonna scold you anymore. This is understandable. God, that has to have been really painful that this rolled on a break effect piece. Of Rutland Arena, of all pieces. No fucking character that needs break effect uses this set. Maybe Shui. Maybe Shui could use it. That's like the only character I could think of that could use it. But that's it. Ah, that's unfortunate. Unlucky. You're Huahua. I like the 4-piece Passerby of Wandering Cloud. I think that's fine. Do you have the 30% effect resistance? Ooh, 50%. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Little bit on the low side on the talents or on the traces, but I mean, you can choose whether you want to invest in that. I think for Huahua, it's worth it. Obviously some unleveled relics over here as well, but the relic choices themselves, I'm all for. Passerby Wandering Cloud, the extra skill point at the start of battle can be really, really helpful to set stuff up. This gives you a tiny edge in that very first cycle. Speed boots, I agree. Outgoing healing boots, that's great. HP, energy regen rate is great. Yeah, like just level up these relics, and then your Huahua will be fantastic. I don't have much to add here. The light cone choice is fine. Hey over here is pretty good. Like, it's literally made for Hua, because the outgoing healing increase lasts for exactly 2 turns whenever she uses her skill, and that's exactly how long her skill lasts. So yeah, that's shared feeling is also pretty nice just for the extra energy regeneration, but that's kind of a that's a personal choice. I can't tell you whether or not that's better or worse. That's kind of up to you, what you want to do with it. This is great. Your Hua is not really any notes. Do you have any Eidolons on any of these characters? No. Okay. Then I quickly do want to look at your Guanifan, because that is the character that you're mainly running in. I'm assuming you're not using Jing Liu here. I'm assuming that you are using Guanifan instead, for this team specifically. In which case, this is fine. Fermata is fine. Not, like I said previously, not my personal go-to for Guanifan. But, you know, increases damage to enemies afflicted with Shock or Wind Shear. In a team with Black Swan and Kafka, enemies are always going to have Shock or Wind Shear. Especially if they're lower speed, which your Guanifan is slower than your Black Swan. So, yeah, no matter what, your Black Swan's always going to hit first. Apply Arcana, and then this will give you that damage boost. So yeah, that's no big deal. Traces are a little bit on the low end. You do have E3, which is very nice. Because yeah, that means you get the reduced effect resistance of an enemy, which always helps a little bit, especially if you're on the lower effect hit rate side of the spectrum. And yeah, damage multiplier for the burn status just increases. That's just better burn damage. Relics on her. Space Sealing Station is good. You have her at 120 speed, so you get the double attack boost. I'm assuming these are speed boots. Yep, they are. They're not fully leveled speed boots. Fully leveled speed boots give you 25. You have 20 speed on this. You'd get 5 more speed. You'd be 1 speed short of 135. Same case here. As for Kafka, I think it's worth trying to get the 135 speed and going for Firmament Frontline. This is a second character that you could significantly improve with Firmament Frontline. I think that is worth farming. I think that is worth going for. Just because that 12% damage increase is going to be better than a 12% attack increase. Outside of that, yeah, level your relics. But I'm assuming that's just an issue of not having enough items to do so. Yep, attack here is fine. Fire damage boost with double attack, that's very good, and an effect resistance for good measure. Attack and attack is nice. Attack and speed here is good. Attack, yeah. Your Guanifan relics are okay. I would just say consider swapping this out. If you're farming those relics for Kafka anyway, by the way, yeah, this needs to be Prisoner of Deep Confinement. That is a set worth farming more of, just to, you know, improve your pieces for all 3 of these characters. You have 3 DOT characters that use that set. It is very much worth farming that Cavern of Corrosion, just because you'll end up getting stuff that multiple of your characters can use, right? So the return on investment there is pretty high. I am obligated to look at a Silverwolf, just because the Silverwolf doesn't seem super well built. Yeah. You definitely want to try and go for 4-piece Genius of Brilliant Stars on Silverwolf. Also HP boots. No. That you want this to be effect hit rate. Quantum damage boost is fine, and this being attack is also fine if you can hit the effect hit rate. I forgot, this isn't, you can't get effect hit rate on this, right? No, you can't. So attack on this is great. Yeah, your Silverwolf relics are very much not quite there. But I understand not wanting to spend your Trailblaze power on Genius of Brilliant Stars at the moment. Because what's the other relic set in that domain again? I don't remember it being one that I've used a lot. I think it's the defense set. Or not the defense set, the damage reduction set. Yeah, it is. It's Guard of Withering Snow. Or Wuthering Snow, sorry. Yeah. I can understand you not wanting to spend your Trailblaze power on that. That's completely reasonable. You do have your Trailblazer somewhat built. Once again, I'm kind of noticing a lack of viable sustain options. You have Hua, which is obviously a fantastic sustain option. Oh no, you have Bailu. I didn't even look at Bailu, sorry. I completely missed Bailu. No, you have 2 really good healers. Quid Pro Quo is fine. E2 Bailu as well, goddamn. Yeah. Yeah, no, never mind. Your sustain options are fine. And this Bailu isn't awfully built either. Longevous Disciple 2-piece, Passerby of Wandering Cloud 2-piece, Fleet of the Ageless. Do you have 120 speed? You do not. I'm assuming these are not speed boots. Yep, they're HP boots instead. Consider swapping those out for speed boots to get this to 125, just so you get your team-wide 8% attack buff. Not necessary, by all means, but consider it. Yeah. Never mind. So you have decent sustain options. You also have your Trailblazer, which is decently built. Though obviously that doesn't really have healing. That eventually will run out over the long run. I did see a Natasha with post-op conversation. Very unleveled traces, very unleveled relics, yeah. I'm assuming Yanqing. Yeah, you don't use Yanqing either. Okay. In terms of characters that I would say are worth it for you investing in, is I think you would do very nice with some better DPS characters. You have a really, really nice DOT team, and you have Jingliu. Jingliu is a really good damage dealer, but you kind of lack proper supports for Jingliu. You kind of lack proper supports in general, actually. You don't really have Ting Yun built. You have her E6, though. Absolutely worth building. Hanya is fine, not really for the teams that you're using, since Hanya's a skill point generator, and your teams aren't that skill point heavy. Yukong, same story. You don't really have characters that use Yukong very, very nicely. I mean, Dr. Ratio does, obviously. I do think it's worth for you to invest in building Dr. Ratio. I do think that is very worth it. So, yeah, you lack support units. I think a really good character for you to go for would be Ruanmei. Ruanmei would be fantastic if you manage to snack her on the rerun. I just want to check, you have not used your 300 pulls yet. You are very close. And I'm going to tell you that the character you should pick for your 300 pulls is Bronya. Bronya Jingliu is... You lost Ruanmei's banner? No! Yeah, Ruanmei is at... Okay, so you were already aware of the fact that Ruanmei would be really good for you? Yeah. Absolutely worth snagging in the rerun. I would 100% easily recommend for your standard banner free 5-star, please pick Bronya and build Bronya with higher speed than your Jingliu and pair them up together. Bronya Jingliu is still to this day one of the best and most robust team comps in the game, and one of the easiest to build team comps in the game, because all Bronya needs is crit damage and speed, all Jingliu needs is crit damage. They are super easy to build, and they are fantastic. Combine Silverwolf with it, combine Ruanmei with it, Jingliu, Silverwolf, Ruanmei, oh no, wait. Not Ruanmei. Jingliu, Silverwolf, Bronya, and a healer. You have Bronya's Light Cone as well. Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. Either that or Sparkle. You could try and pull for Sparkle if you want. I don't know if you are currently saving. You said you were trying to go for Black Swan's Light Cone. I think that's worth it. I think I think that would do you a lot of good, because it's definitely better than Eyes of the Prey. And it frees up Eyes of the Prey for someone like Gwynaifen, which you can then use. You can then switch that out and give Eyes of the Prey to Gwynaifen, which would definitely be an improvement. So I'd say it's worth it pulling for Black Swan's Light Cone in your case. Yeah, I would definitely say Bronya is your best bet for a 5-star character to pick, with maybe like Clara as a close second, but I probably wouldn't. I think Bronya should definitely be your pick there, especially if you have her Light Cone. Bronya's Light Cone compared with Jingliu is stupid insane. Yeah, that's basically all I got for you. I've hit the 30-minute mark on that, so I really need to move on. Rating for your account? Lot of potential, still missing some key things, but you are definitely on the right path. I would say like easily like 6.5, 7 out of 10. Definitely sufficient. Out of curiosity, pure curiosity, how are you doing on Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction? 11 out of 12 stars on the DOT one. Not bad, not bad. How's Forgotten Hall? Okay, Forgotten Hall's a lot worse. I'm assuming you just haven't really attempted this one that much, because you've only cleared 5 of the stages so far. But yeah, like overall, I mean, the fact that you were able to clear 5 out of 6 of this, and like that's pretty good. The fact that you're able to clear both of these Pure Fictions is promising. Obviously, you're missing some of the stars, but 11 out of 12 on the DOT one is not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, like 6.5, 7 out of 10. Not bad. We're moving on to the next one. We only have 2 accounts left to go. Our next victim. Let's do Cloud. Cloud, are you here at the moment? Because I want Cloud to be here. I know Cloud's usually super active in chat. If Cloud is not here, Rutrow, okay, you are here. Fantastic. It's your turn. All right. No problem. No problem. By the way, for all of the people's for all the people whose accounts I reviewed today, if you have any questions after the review or you run into something, please do not hesitate to put a message in the gaming channel in my Discord, and just ask it, right? Just chuck a screenshot in there or chuck something in there of whatever you're struggling with, and I'll try to help as best as I can. All right, so Cloud, let's see. Oh, I have to complete another slide puzzle. I am allowed to change her characters, and she wants me to look at Spvwvky and Shui, and her DOT team. All right. There we go. By the way, I am 100% gonna do this for Genshin now. Okay, I hope you guys all enjoyed Cloud's review. We're moving on to the next one. All right. Okay. Cool. Last one. Oh, I'm glad that one went by quick. Oh, that was great. That was great. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I did actually exit out though, so I have to go back in now. At the end of the day, the only person I'm hurting is myself with my antics. You know what? I'm just gonna put us here for no fucking reason. I like this arena. This arena's fun. Get me down there. Also, thank you for changing out to Silverwolf, though. I do appreciate that. When Silverwolf popped up in this event, I actually went fucking feral. Like, legitimately, I went so feral. Cool. It's where you intend to fistfight Cloud. Yeah, true. Speaking of fistfight, let's look at the Silverwolf build. I like the high speed. I really like the 138 speed. I hope you have the effect hit rate to back it up. 105. You know what? That is pretty good. It means that you don't have enough effect hit rate to hit 100% of the bugs that her talent applies. But you will only typically miss those on bosses. And the chance of missing them is like 20%. So that's not bad. I'd say 105% effect hit rate, especially if you use commercial, whatever the name of it is, Sprightly Von Walk. Okay, here's the deal, chat. I respect people who use Sprightly Von Walk Silverwolf. I truly do. I truly do, because I do get it. Means that at the start of battle, you immediately get a turn to implant a weakness, right? I get it. I get that that is really, really nice, but I swear to God, you are throwing yourself under the bus with it, because you already have 138 speed on the Silverwolf. Do you have any characters with more than 138 speed? Asta, that makes sense. But Asta's attack doesn't really matter. You don't have, Silverwolf is your second, Bronya. But once again, Bronya matters a little bit more. Bronya matters a tiny bit more. Your Silverwolf is incredibly fast already though. So this means at most that there's gonna be one attack in battle that you don't have Silverwolf's weakness implant for. I'd say it's worth switching to, you don't have any of those pieces. I'd say that, shut up, fuck. It's worth it to try and get Pan-Cosmic Commercial Enterprise on Silverwolf. Pan-Cosmic Commercial Enterprise increases her attack proportionate to her effect hit rate, and it caps out very nicely at 100%. I do like the energy regeneration rate though. I personally don't run energy regen, but I do like it. I do think that's fine. Quantum damage boost is great with effect hit rate on it. That's not bad. Obviously the speed boots, I do like that. You do have the right set here. Brilliant Stars is good. Effect hit rate, body, that is absolutely my pick as well. Oh, that crit damage is nasty. Is that like, what, 3 rolls? Yeah. Speed and effect hit rate. It's okay. Yeah, what are your traces like? Yeah, you can still get a tiny amount of extra effect hit rate. Like 6% and 8%. You can still get 14% effect hit rate from that, so that's pretty neat. You have her light cone at S5, very, very nice. No Eidolons, which is okay. Silverwolf's Eidolons really aren't that great. Like, I'd say the only Eidolons that really, really matter are, none of them, really. Frankly, her Eidolons are just not that good. Her E1 is probably the nicest one, because it gives you your ultimate back significantly faster, which means that you can keep that defense buff down on enemies. But like, reducing an enemy's effect resistance, if you're running high effect hit rate, not really gonna matter unless you are in a team that really, really needs to apply their debuffs and just doesn't have the effect hit rate to do it. But other than that, nah. Her E4 just increases the damage from her ultimate, and her E6 just increases her damage for, like, both of these essentially just say, for every debuff on a target, Silverwolf deals more damage. Silverwolf isn't really a damage dealer. Like, she just isn't. Damage Silverwolf is very funny, but nah. Like, Silverwolf is fine without any Eidolons, which actually makes her one of the best characters to pull for. because you are getting, like, 95% of the character in a single pull, which makes her a great character to pull for. I do recommend getting Silverwolf if you do not have her. I think almost every single person we've reviewed today has had Silverwolf, which makes me very happy. Well, let's look at your baby, which is Hua Hua. Almost 9,000 HP, god damn. You have Hay over here, S5, very, very nice. 100 speed, slow Hua Hua. I don't hate it. I don't hate slow Hua Hua, especially not if you have very fast characters additionally next to that. What I do hate is that you're running slow Hua Hua with Fleet of the Ageless. Because you really want to get the 120 speed here. You have 36% effect resistance, though. So what you could do is change these two pieces out for Broken Keel. Because Broken Keel, if you have 30% effect resistance, you don't have any Broken Keel pieces, but change it out for Broken Keel because then it increases your entire team's crit damage by 10%. For nothing. You don't have to do anything for it, and it means you can keep running slow Hua Hua. You don't have to do any speed investment. So you keep the nice and high healing because you can keep these HP boots. You do lose a little. You lose about 12% HP here, but not significant. Trust me. Trust me, that is not significant. So yeah, I would definitely recommend swapping that out. I like the Longevous Disciple and Passerby. That's no comments there. Your traces are fine. You can get slightly more speed with that, slightly more effect resistance there. You got this just because you wanted to see how high you could get her HP. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Don't get me wrong, this is still fine. It's just, I think if you switched it out for Broken Keel, this would be slightly better. You don't have any Eidolons for her, that is okay. Yeah, this Hua Hua's like 8 out of 10, easily. 9 out of 10 even. Probably, this Hua Hua would be a 10 out of 10 if you switch that piece out. Genuinely. That's all you need to do. You have your Trailblazer, which most people don't really have built. Looks like you do. And you do have very nice relics on her. Do you have 50% effect hit rate? 57, very nice. Very, very nice. That helps for this base chance to burn as well. Combine that with Kafka, just to get the extra burn. Combine that with Black Swan, you have Gwynaifen. You don't have Wanmei, so I would say, oh, you do have Wanmei. Never fucking mind. You have build your Wanmei! Fuck! Build her. Carve the Moon, Weave the Clouds on Wanmei is fine. You don't have the break effect, Harmony, Light Cone, so, yeah, like, that's completely fine. Build your fucking Wanmei, please. This set is decent. You just have unleveled relics on her. This set is okay, but on Wanmei, unless you're using her with Shui, which, I mean, you do have your Shui built. So, oh, with Clara's Light Cone too? Yeah, Clara's Light Cone on this is pretty damn strong. You don't have Misa's Light Cone, I'm assuming. No, you don't. Because Misa's Light Cone, I think, would actually be better. Just because of the break effect increase. What's your break effect on this? 153, not bad. Could be a lot worse. You have an E2, so you don't get the 40% break effect increase, but that's fine. Got a blast with it, was good being boasted by you, bestie. Thank you for allowing yourself to be a subject. I do appreciate it. Yeah, no, this Shui is not bad. The crit spread is a little sad, but yeah, she doesn't have any crits in her substats or in her traces, so that doesn't help. Yeah, it's a crit rate body, that's what I thought. Yeah, you just don't have a lot of crit substats, do you? No, you don't have any crit substats on these three pieces. Yeah, that's just a luck issue. I can't blame you for that one. Let's look at your Black Swan, because this only just came out. Okay, so I'm assuming your ropes are, or your planetary ornaments are just whatever the fuck that you had. You only get crit substats on your DOT team? Yeah, that checks out. What's your Black Swan's effect hit rate at the moment? Already at 99% though. That's not bad. You have S5 of Eyes of the Prey. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I think it auto put them. Yeah, that checks out. The auto fucking relics are awful. You know what? Let's actually try. Let's try and see which ones it picks. Huh. Congratulations, your Black Swan has been improved. And I didn't even have to do anything. Yeah, you're still leveling up her traces. It's early days. You're going the right path with this Black Swan. In terms of which planetary ornament set to use on her, I would definitely go for Pan-Cosmic Commercial Enterprise, which you don't have any pieces of. You really need to farm Simulated Universe. You have a significant lack of planar ornaments. Like, look at that. You have barely any. You really need to farm a lot of different Simulated Universe worlds. Yeah, that's the set I would put on your Black Swan. Your Gryphon is unbuilt for the most part. I'm assuming you only just got her. So she's also a character that you want to invest into. Wow, you've been investing... Oh, no, wait. These are different resources. I forgot. I forgot this is a different Nihility resource. You've been farming for Talias for 2 months? Wow, and you got that fucked? Damn. Okay. Yeah, honestly, the only advice that I can give to you... Healer-wise, you're fine. You have Huahua. You have Lynx. That's, like, good enough sustain-wise. Fushuan would still be very, very nice. You also have Topaz. I actually want to have a look at your Topaz. You have, Yanqing's Light Cone. Okay. That's not bad. Crit spread is a little sad. The sets are good, though. Inert Salsodo is good. The Ash Blazing Grand Duke is good. You do hit the 50% for the follow-up attack buff. This is a fire damage boost. I'm assuming you don't want to invest your resources into upgrading that for now, but this is fine. I don't see many issues with this. I would definitely go for speed boots over attack boots, just to make Numby act faster, because obviously every time Topaz uses one of her follow-up attacks, Numby's action accelerates, so Numby's action... Numby's speed is directly proportional to Topaz's speed. So I would 100% give Topaz extra speed to make her significantly better. Your Asta, Dance 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 is definitely good light cone for her. 144 speed is nice. Yeah, Asta's buffs are not based on her own attack, right? Yeah. Yeah, so Asta just needs speed. To which 144? Not bad. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, your Shui is like... your Shui is very, very nice. Crit spread is the only issue, I would say. But other than that, like, absolutely not bad. You've picked the right sets for her, at the very least. Lynx as well, I would say you've picked the right sets. Some people prefer going 4-piece Passerby. That is personal preference. Fleet of the Ageless is definitely the way to go. You don't have the 120 speed, but the Light Cone is somewhat okay. Just for the energy regeneration, and also because you don't really have anything. You have Bailu's Light Cone. Bailu's Light Cone is very, very nice. I actually think you should level up Bailu's Light Cone and put it on Huahua. It means that her max HP is higher. Her outgoing healing gets increased by 12% rather than 28%. So that does change, but the thing is her base HP is going to be higher on this light cone. And when an ally launches an attack, a random attacked enemy takes additional damage equal to 36% of the recorded outgoing healing. So yeah, like time weight or shared feeling, probably better on Hua Hua if you actually level this up. You only just got Bailu's light cone. Yeah, that would definitely improve your Hua Hua, 100%. And then that frees this light cone up to use on Lynx, which would definitely be a better option in my opinion. So then your two healers are in a much better situation. Your Bronya is definitely a little on the low crit damage side. I'm assuming that's just a significant lack of crit damage substats. Yeah, you have one here. You just have one crit damage substat. It is a 2, yeah. Messenger traversing Hackerspace, very worthwhile set to go for Bronya, for Asta, for Ruan Mei, 2-piece of that. I personally go for a 2-piece Watchmaker or Thief, and then 2-piece Messenger. So that is a worthwhile set for you to farm. Ting Yun as well, same thing. 4-piece Messenger on Ting Yun is very good. Sprightly Von Walk is probably the right choice on Ting Yun, unless you're using her in a team with a lightning DPS. Then I would probably go for the other set that gives energy regen. What the fuck's Penacony Land of Dreams? Other than that, I don't think I have that much more to teach you. You do have Clara. Okay, who was using Clara's light cone again? Shui was. Okay. I would say give Shui either the Simulated Universe light cone, if you end up buying it, because I don't see any Simulated Universe light cone. You don't have any of them. Hold up. You have 4 of these. What have you been spending these on? What have you been spending those on? Because I don't see any Simulated Universe light cone. Those are very worth grabbing. Especially the Destruction one is very, very good on Shui. And then you can use this on Clara instead. Clara's a character I'd highly recommend building. Especially like Clara with Topaz, add Lynx into the mix. Throw Lynx a skill on Clara to make Clara more likely to be hit. Meanwhile, Topaz and Clara constantly launch follow-up attacks. Very good team. Absolutely worth looking into. And yeah, like, the character you need to build the most right now is Ruan Mei. Like, Ruan Mei is the character for you to build right now. Both for your DOT team, she would be an insane asset. Black Swan, Kafka, Hua Hua, Ruan Mei is fantastic. Other than that, I'd say passing grade, but a lot of work to do. So I'm gonna give you like a 5.8 out of 10. You're doing good, you're on your way there, but you've still got a lot of work to do, all right? And that leaves us with one more account for the day. And I think I'm not gonna do any additional people after that. I'm unsure of how much time I have left. Yeah, this is gonna be the last account that I do. I might do a stream like this again though, because this has been super fun. So, we have one more person to go to. Give me a second. Let me grab their stuff. Wait, or was that the last one, or am I stupid? Do we have 8 or 7 accounts? No, we had 8. No, there is one more. There is one more. I'm stupid. Yeah. There is one more. All right. Yeah, here we go. I knew I forgot someone. Yeah, you said 8 at the beginning. Yep. It's my bad. There is indeed another. Oh, I'm so good at the puzzle, man. All right, on Asian servers, I'm not allowed to make changes to their characters, and what they want me to look at is Jingliu and Kafka's team, though Kafka still needs building. Yeah, if you do want your characters to be looked at, please join the Discord. Link is in the description of the stream. Please join up and throw your stuff into the gaming chat. Oh my god, a lot of new people just joined the server over the last few hours. I did not even see that. Damn, nice. All right, yeah, throw your Honkai Star Rail stuff into the gaming chat, and then I'll have a look at it after stream when I have time. Oh, this person just saw a very funny cutscene. Because they're on the whodunit quest step. Follow Black Swan and leave the hotel in the dreamscape. Haha. They just saw a very fun cutscene. Anyway. Right? Yeah. They just got off of the... Oh god. I hope you're okay. I hope you are okay. So, this last person that we're looking at is... I believe the name is It's Pyro? Pyro. All right, Pyro, let's have a look. You have Silverwolf out already. I appreciate you. You are a person of culture. So just, I know you didn't tell me to look at your Silverwolf team. You said Jingliu and the Kafka team, but I'm still gonna look at your Silverwolf anyway. 135% effect hit rate, beautiful, beautiful. Broken keel? And you're 0.2 effect resistance short. 0.2% effect resistance short. That is painful. Oh, man. That is, yeah, I'm sorry about that, buddy. But yeah, I have to say it. That is not an optimal planner ornament set. I respect the choice of Broken Keel. Don't get me wrong, massively respect it, but you need that 30% effect resistance for it. You absolutely need it. Speed boost, attack here with effect hit rate, very nice. Effect hit rate here, very good. Effect hit rate there. Yeah, so you have good effect hit rate substats. No Eidolons, which is obviously fine. But yeah, like, I highly respect the Broken Keel. I'm assuming, wait, does Japard, I forgot, does Japard boost team effect resistance? I keep forgetting. No, he doesn't, right? No. Okay, yeah. Hello, Zach, welcome in. Yeah, so... honestly, massive respect to the planner ornament choice, but I cannot in good conscience say this is a good Silverwolf build when you don't have that 30% effect resistance. Let's look at your Jingliu though, because that's who you told me to look at. I'm assuming Jingliu, Branya, Silverwolf, Japard, by the way, banger team. I rate it, No healer is kind of a long-term issue, because obviously Jingliu does drain your team's HP, and this team doesn't have any way of recovering it. But I do respect the, like, double ice comp with Silverwolf. Like, that's, yeah, respect. I have my gripes about Celestial Differentiator on Jingliu. The crit damage increase, the 16% crit damage increase is nice, But, oh, you have Jingliu's light cone? Yeah, please. Please don't use that. This Jingliu would be so much better off. What's your speed at? Slow, I'm assuming 130. Never mind, you're running fast, Jingliu. Okay, you're running speed boots? Yeah. What's the speed of your Bronya? 139. Okay, so your Bronya is faster. Which means that in the first turn, or in the first wave of battle, this Bronya's turn is not useless, but not very useful. Because the person moving after Bronya is Silverwolf, which, so you don't want to use Bronya's action advance on Jingliu, because your Silverwolf has less speed than Bronya, but more speed than Jingliu. So you want Silverwolf to implant a weakness first, because then Ice weakness will be put into the enemies, which means that your first turn of Bronya is essentially just wasted. Whereas if you were running slow Jingliu, obviously, like, your Silverwolf is still going to be slower, but if you're running slow Jingliu, then that action advance will be a lot more significant. So think about that. 35% crit rate's insane, though, for a Jingliu. Because that's 85% crit rate in total. Max talents, though, I do respect that. But yeah, I would absolutely say that you would be better off with this being, just out of curiosity, just so I know, does your Bronya have E2? No, it doesn't. Okay. This would be much better off with a Rudolent Arena. Hello, Real. Welcome in. Yeah, you'd be much better off using Rudolent Arena on your Jingliu for the 20% skill damage increase over the 16% crit damage increase, because the thing about the 16% crit damage increase is that means that your crit damage is going up from 208 to 224, which is like it's not even a 10% increase of your crit damage, right? So like it's not even a 10% damage increase, whereas the Rudolent Arena would be significantly more because it's not even a 10% damage increase. Rudolent Arena would add, oh no, I'm real. I have had a lot of people in the queue for this today. I don't have any room for additional people at the moment for today's stream. I'm sorry. If you want me to help you, though, you can join my Discord and put like screenshots of your game in the gaming channel and ask for help. And I'll try my best to like answer off stream when I have some time off. Anyway, where was I? Right. A 20% skill damage boost would go on top of this ice damage boost. So that would go from 48.8% to 68.8%, which is a 50% increase of that buff. Which is significantly higher, right? So yeah, I would definitely try to swap this out for a Rudolent Arena piece. Other than that, this Jingliu, I mean, you have her light cone, right? Like, that's, like, what more do you want? This Jingliu is great. That's the one thing that I would change, is just change that for a Rudolent Arena. Next up is Bronya. You have her light cone, which, again, her light cone paired up with Jingliu. Fantastic. You have all your traces leveled, your light cone's level 80. No issues there. I don't quite understand the Musketeer of Wild Wheat pick here. I would absolutely just go for a 4-piece messenger. I'm gonna assume it's because you just don't have the right messenger pieces. You have a lot of messenger pieces. No, your account wasn't reviewed, Ali. At least if you had not submitted your account, like, before the stream, I have not reviewed it. Don't worry. I also don't have your, like, details anyway, so I wouldn't even know how to. Yeah, you have a lot of... Do any of these have crit damage? Yes, this one. Consider leveling this one up. Considering leveling this one up, and then what else did you have? You had Speed boots. Do you have any messenger speed boots? I'm assuming you don't, because you would definitely be using them if you had. Yeah, okay. Yeah, once you get messenger speed boots, yeah, that's absolutely what I would put on this Bronya. I'm going to assume that this is because you just haven't had the right relics for her. Same here. If you can get the 30% effect resistance, I'd say for Bronya, absolutely try and go for the Broken Keel. I wouldn't see why not. But I mean, Fleet of the Ageless is fine for Bronya. Bronya's kind of an anything goes. Broken Keel's good. Fleet of the Ageless is pretty good. Sprightly Von Walk is pretty good. Penacony Land of Dreams, if you use Bronya with a wind DPS like Blade, is pretty good. But yeah, I would personally say either Broken Keel or Sprightly Von Walk would be my pick for Bronya. Moving on, your Japart. Is Sparkle out? Don't even know yet? No, Sparkle's out in 2 weeks. I believe. Roughly 2 weeks, right? 15 days, yes. So your Japart. Your Japart, all right. Increases, you have the texture memories. That's a great light cone for him. Assuming you don't really have anything else to put on him. Yeah, no, this is a fine light cone. Traces could use some work. Obviously, you have put most of it into your ultimate, which makes sense. Definitely try to unlock that, obviously. Good pieces. Or good relic set choices. Belobog the Architects, Knights of Poultry Palace, that's definitely, or Purity Palace, yep, that's the one. Double defense here with 1 and 3, damn, that's a really good piece for Japart. Crit damage and effect resistance, or defense and attack, effect resistance is nice. Defense piece with defense and effect resistance, also really nice. Double HP is very, very good still. You got an attack sphere. This could definitely be changed to a defense sphere, or maybe even an ice damage boost sphere if you want, but other than that, that's mostly fine. And then, yeah, defense with, 3 speed. Not bad. What is your effect resistance at? Out of curiosity. 50. Consider if you are doing okay with survivability, consider Broken Keel. It's an artifact set that you're going to farm already. Because you need Broken Keel on Bronya. So it's already a relic set that you are probably gonna farm. That's gonna be very worth it. Yeah, worth putting it on Japart, possibly. If you, like, you would definitely need the defense, though. Like, if you can't keep your teammates alive because of a lack of Belobog of the Architects, is your effect hit rate at least above 50%? 16%, yeah. Like, you're missing out on the secondary effect of Belobog by not having 50% effect hit rate. So I would definitely say try out Broken Keel. Give it a shot. I'll have a look at your Luocha as well, why not? Musketeer and Passerby, very good. Space Stealing Station, with over 120 speed, very nice. You have Luocha's Light Cone. Okay. In that case, possibly consider swapping these two in the teams. Jingliu is going to drain your HP. Bronya is going to use a lot of skill points. Jingliu is going to use the occasional skill point. Texture Memories is definitely, or Japart is definitely not for this team, is what I would say. I understand it's nice because it increases the chance that Silverwolf implants Ice Weakness, but Luocha would probably fare you better here. So consider switching these two out. Luocha's Light Cone is very, very nice, though. Yeah, your relics on Luocha are great. 126 speed is good. I'm assuming this is an outgoing healing. No, it's not outgoing healing boost. Is Luocha still worth it if you have E2 Ho-Ho? Oh, no. Actually, wait, no. I changed my mind. Yes, if you have a team that is extremely skill point hungry, and you don't have a character like Sparkle or Hanya to make up for it, or the Sparkle and Hanya maybe don't really work in your team. Like, I wouldn't really use Sparkle in an Imbiber to Lune team, for example. Because Sparkle really wants as many Quantum characters in the team as possible. Because that you get the most use out of Sparkle in a, like, triple or mono Quantum team. What does Luocha's ult isn't even do? Or what does Luocha's ult even do? Isn't it useless? No! Oh god, no. Luocha's ult is one of the best ults in the game because it's one of the only things in the game that can remove an enemy buff. You know those annoying Mara-struck enemies that can respawn? Yeah, Luocha just removes them. If there is a Memory of Chaos that has the fucking Disciples of Sanctus Medicus like spear guy that summons those reviving enemies and then heals when he hits you, Luocha absolutely tanks that boss. Completely walls it. And also Luocha's ult gives him 1 stack of his passive talent, which when he has 2 stacks of that, he puts up continuous healing for your team, which is the exact reason why Luocha is skill point positive, which is what I was getting to. Luocha is still worth getting over E2 Huahua in a team that is incredibly skill point hungry. Luocha is still the best healer far and away for Imbiber to Lune. Luocha, Imbiber to Lune, Silverwolf, someone. That last one's up to you. Imagine a Luocha rerun on Gallagher. That'd be crazy. We haven't had a Luocha rerun yet, so it definitely could happen. I'm hoping for you guys. Luocha's a great healer in teams where you have a lot of characters that need their skill points, because Luocha basically never uses his skill. Uses always basic attack with him, and the healing just happens passively. I'll check Uzele, why not? 154 speed, fuck, dude. Oh, please, please, for the love of God, change this out for Glamoth. If you have 154, how did you even get that much? What are your substats like? Yeah, you have 7 and 6 here. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, 154 speed, great. Please, in that case, change this out to Glamoth, because you hit the 160 speed easily with the 25% speed increase when you use her skill, because that 25% speed increase is 25 of 115, so that's like 28, 29. So you get the maximum buff from that. You could even like cut back on the speed a little bit, which means that, yeah, like you could change these 2 pieces out to, you could change these 2 pieces out. Probably I would recommend trying to go for Glamoth. They're sadly not in the same domain as Broken Keel, but definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Let's look at the Kafka. Why not? I'm assuming you have Kafka's like 151 speed. Your speed is insane on your characters. That's awesome. Yeah, the speed on a lot of your characters is really, really fast. 4K attack? I mean, 4K attack on Kafka is pretty common, because you don't need, you can go for an attack body on Kafka. You don't need a crit body, because crit doesn't matter on DOT characters. So that 4K attack is pretty normal, considering that they have Kafka's Light Cone, which has a much higher base attack than a 4-star Light Cone. So yeah, no, that's pretty typical. Oh, this is why you don't have a electric damage boost. Get a lightning damage boost on this for sure. But the Firmament Frontline, great pick. With Kafka's Light Cone, you get that 160 speed. Absolutely, that's good. Just try and change this out for a lightning damage boost. Let's see, if you lose out on that 6 speed, hold up. I'll put you at 145. Yeah, okay, so you do need a piece that has speed. You do need a quantum damage bonus, one that has at least 2 speed, because otherwise you're not hitting the 160. No, never mind, you are hitting the, no, yeah. Otherwise you are not hitting the 160, because you need 15 speed. Kafka's base speed is 100, which means that, her speed can increase by a total of 14.4%? Yeah, 14.4%, which, yeah, that's a speed increase of 14.4. If you're at 145 speed, that means you are 0.6 speed short. So you need at least 1 speed point from somewhere, which is very unlucky. Otherwise, though, this Kafka is great. I don't see anything wrong here. You got nice 2 speed points there. Nice 1 speed there, nice 2 speed here, nice 1 speed here. Decent effect hit rate from what I saw, I think. Yeah, 47%, that's more than respectable on Kafka. You know, this Kafka's great. That's the only thing you could change, honestly. I don't see much else. I think that's probably where I'm gonna leave this. So yeah, TLDR, farm broken Keel, for possibly your Jingliu, maybe, but your Jingliu is probably better off using Rutilant Arena. So farm Rutilant Arena for Jingliu, broken Keel for Bronya, and possibly for Japard, possibly for Luocha. Other than that, characters that I think you should pull for. Let me think. I think, honestly, Black Swan would be a great pickup for you. I don't know how many pulls you have saved currently. Not too many. I think Black Swan would be a great pickup for you. Black Swan with Kafka goes insanely hard. You also have Sampo, which is neat. You could use them with that. Ruan Mei, I recommend Ruan Mei to basically anyone who doesn't have her. She's a fantastic support. You could definitely use a couple better support characters, because you have Bronya and you have Ting Yun. How's your Ting Yun? Just quick check over, 152 speed. Pretty nice. 2800 attack. S2 pass and future. E6, very nice. Missing this, which is definitely worth improving. So yeah, you have 2 very nice single DPS comp supports in Ting Yun and Bronya. I think it might be worth picking up, like Ruan Mei, if she ever comes back. You also haven't picked your standard banner 5-star yet, I noticed. You are very close. Okay, good. My recommendation for you for which standard banner character you should go for, honestly, okay, let's think about it, right? Himiko would be very nice for AoE. Like, I'm assuming you might struggle a bit in Pure Fiction. How's your Pure Fiction doing? 10 out of 12. Previous, 7 out of 12. Okay. Himiko would be somewhat okay. Himiko is not the greatest AoE DPS. I wouldn't really recommend you picking her up, but if you like her character and really feel like you want better AoE, she is a decent pick. Japard you already have. I don't think it's worth it going for an Eidolon. Bronya you already have, and it might be worth going for an Eidolon. But only really if you use her in very skill point hungry teams, because it essentially refunds a skill point 50% of the time when she uses her skill. Clara is a great character altogether. You don't really have a team where she would properly fit in. You do have Lynx, though. Lynx and Clara is a great team composition. Or it's a great foundation for a team. Clara wouldn't be a bad pickup, mainly because I noticed that you have a significant lack of follow-up attacks. In fact, I don't think any of your Clara or Kafka is the only one who does a follow-up attack in like your most built characters. Yanqing can do one, but the chance is low and you don't even have him level 80 yet. So yeah, you don't really have any follow-up attack characters. So Clara might actually be a decent pickup for you. Honestly, I can't really recommend a very specific character like I can for other people. It's very much up to personal preference, but I would put it between Bronya, Clara, and maybe Himeko for your 300 pool free character. I think that is going to be all that I have to say about your account, Pyro. Final rating? Definitely passing grade. I definitely say like 6.5 out of 10. A lot of work to do though. It's mainly just, I can tell that you have a limited like selection of build characters. But you have a lot of good stuff still sitting down here. Like you have Shui is really good. Misha, I've seen a couple of things about, not too much because he's very new, but he's pretty good. Gunaifen obviously in a Kafka Black Swan team would be very nice. Lynx is incredibly good. Dr. Ratio is worth building at some point. Again, for follow-up attacks, I would consider Dr. Ratio quite good. Xing Shui, same story here. Worth building, especially if you have her at E4. You have her at E6. Xing Shui, absolutely worth building. Herta is worth building just for pure fiction at this point. And to have a follow-up attack DPS. Like, that's basically the only reasons why you should build Herta. End of the day, the characters that you have built already are all built quite well. There isn't that much that I can... there's a couple of small things, like changing out some planetary ornament sets, but generally speaking, the characters that you have built are built very well. So props for that. Yeah, I'd say 6.5 out of 10. 6.5, definitely. That being said, though, I think that's going to conclude this stream for today. I appreciate everybody for showing up. I hope that even if your account wasn't reviewed, that you got some knowledge today, and that you have learned how to build a specific character that you were struggling with. If you are still struggling, though, my Discord link is in the description down below. Join it. We have a gaming channel where you can post all of your Honkai Star Rail related stuff. No spoilers, though. We still have a spoiler ban on the 2.0 story, so be incredibly careful with that. We have a spoilers channel. I know not everyone has finished the 2.0 story yet. Please be careful, okay? If you did like the 2.0 story, though, the vocal song called If I Could Only Stop One Heart From Breaking, I did a piano cover of it, and it's up on my channel. You should go listen to it. I had a lot of fun making that. I made that the day after the quest came out. I did that all in one sitting, and that was really, really fun. Yeah, I play piano. Smile. Song that plays in your parlor car. Yeah, same here. I changed it to that as well. That being said, were you below Blake's 5? No, Cloud, you weren't below Blake's 5. Blake had a 5 out of 10. Cloud, you were better than Blake. Your account was like on the right path. Blake hasn't started that path yet. But yeah, I thank you all for showing up today. It was really, really fun. I should do this with Genshin at some point in the future. Probably in like a week or two. Probably not next week. But I'll think about it, all right? I will see you all tomorrow for Valentine's Day, because we're having a little Valentine's Day date with chat, since my partner stood me up. My partner decided that the week of Valentine's Day, that they were gonna go on a week-long vacation, and I'm not mad about it. So I'm alone during Valentine's Day tomorrow, just like some of you, possibly. If you are alone, we are doing power washing tomorrow, just to, you know, relax a little bit, just look at some power washing, talking about the most random things. And I will send you all to the preview stream of that I will send you all to the waiting room of that stream so that you can sign up for notifications if you want to be a part of that. That all out of the way, I'm gonna head off and rest my voice because I have been speaking very, very fast for the last 4 hours, and oh my god, I need a cup of tea. My voice hurts so fucking bad, holy fucking shit.